Dude,
Tabaxi
I
definitely has
swear,
dark vision.
I,
Did you know
I will
that carrots are
promise
good
on
for-
everything that is good. If I ever am hanging out at another Westport and I see Liam's eyes glowing like a cat in the dark in a hallway, I'm killing you. Because you're not human and I feel like you're gonna murder me.
Speaking of not human, Liam, do you...
Dude, I would have been pissed at you if you got shot by your dad.
Liam,
Be like, this is how I die.
did I
Like,
tell you about the
dumbass
story
friend.
of what happened?
Go
Last
for it.
session with the other group?
So yesterday,
So
my
we were
brother,
joking
because he was having
around,
his friends over for his part of his graduation party, and so
Someone
we
made a
needed
really
firewood.
stupid comment to a
and
rule
so
of Don.
Chasing the person who will make you talk. Because, that's a smart idea.
That's fair. Is it on the right setting?
Yes.
Okay. Greetings, friends, and welcome to Tales of Ithalian, where a group of nerds and odd ducks play D&D. I'm your storyteller, JARON. As this is session 8, I'm not going to make anyone go through what their characters are. We've had 6 sessions of doing that, so I think we're just going to get into it. So, Session 8, we've had 6 sessions of naming who is playing what.
He's turning so
Are you
red.
okay?
Is it red of anger or
I-
confusion?
This is the 8th session.
Yes, I know.
had a stroke. He's forgetting things now.
Turn redder than his hair.
I'm sorry, but you know that meme with the lady with
Last
all
time I
the
did make you guys do it.
equations and stuff floating by her head? That's
I know.
exactly what happened with every single one of us right
Yeah.
now.
I thought we had 5 sessions of naming, 1 without. I thought this was session 7.
No, this is session 8.
No, this is it.
I'll just check.
Logistics aside,
Sorry.
Without further ado, get comfy and let's begin. Last we left off, our group of acquaintances known as the Menagerie had chased after some of their own within a magical prison. They went with some allies, Jesse, Jaros, and Barak, after their encounter with a group known as the Heinous Eight. The Eight were chasing after the Menagerie, and specifically in the town of Krolder, when Night Watch was being taken looking for an arsonist, they took Care, COIL, and CAEDRIK, who offered himself up. You all walked in with the help of Jesse, Jaros, and Barak, and upon entering found a map that was labeled the Prison of the Held Mind, with several notes about a crazed previous owner. Cool. Looking it over, you attempted to take the steps to the Fool's Hall, a room in this place next to the entrance, and found yourself standing in a frigid cold of the slaughterhouse instead. You found yourself in a freeze locker of bodies with a Yoga moving around as the main butcher of this place. Attempting to stealth, your total ally, Jesse, ended up giving you away. The situation became a running fight. You all began pushing and running until you found a giant bridge in a walkway within another room. Barak, using an orc feat, pushed the Yoga to his death. You all found yourselves within a hallway with 2 options, 2 doors on either side. You took the one that led you to the Library of the Lulled, a forever spiraling upwards, rectangular-shaped library that ever stretched upward and upward with staircase after staircase after staircase. They found Care, along with what was soon to be a dulled Barak, as Barak read not 1, but 2 books before failing the save and he himself falling victim to the library.
did you stop after the first one?
No.
I'm trying to get smart with this one.
In the situation of trying to deal with snapping them out of their state, Care was beaten the crap out of by DATH'TAN and KELSION, who took the back of his axe, slammed against him, and DATH'TAN, in his wolf form, punched Care in the back of the head. However, immediately was healed. Care was snapped out of it, asking where the child was. SAAKA, in a blind rage, killed Barak with a natural 20, bashing him with his own warhammer, killing him. Jesidiah, seeing his friend's
That's what it
death
sounds like.
right in front of him, became very angry with SAAKA and demanded that she pay respects. She did more than that. Several of you bore witness to something happen to SAAKA. Her eyes clouded over, and an ethereal spirit slipped from her into Barak's corpse. Within minutes, Barak awoke, weak but alive. And SAAKA came to, not speaking, in a panic, and then remained distant. Upon speaking of what you were to do next, gathered together, the door opened that would have led you into Hunter's Lane, as amongst you was a real Jaros. The copy amongst you, the now doppelganger revealed, turned to DATH'TAN and began attacking as he found himself cornered and proven a false. It was quickly dealt with, as within one round you beat it to death. You all then, injured, almost out of spells, tired, took a long rest. A few of you spoke to one another, kept eyes on either option of the doors, the 3 doors in this room, and afterwards awoke and decided to have Jaros lead the way to hopefully get you to COIL. Walking back into the slaughterhouse, and that's where we left off. So, you find yourself once again in a horizontal running hall. The cold, empty void of the anything but mist running across the ankles, and the ice still smattered across the stone ground. The rusted metal walls running high, still stained with blood. As it moves through, you see the door at the other end of the hall. It's already opened, as Barak had torn it open. You see the iced over door, the small handle that was poking out of it. Both of these doors now pulled open and available. In the center of this hall is the small cage, the small square prison that is empty. What are you all doing?
My head still hurts.
Which room we're going to?
Look at that.
What do you want me to do about it? He hits you with an axe.
I'm trying to snap him out of it.
I mean, well,
I was trying to be helpful.
Do I know about the fact that I almost pushed him to his death? Was I cogent for that period of time?
What you remember is a bit more of like the sunken place. It's your entire consciousness, as you feel, was almost pulled back as someone else took the reins. But you were able to see just through almost a small lens everything. So you were aware that happened, yes. But even then, the experience is very interesting.
you had to tell him.
I'll take pride in that.
You had to tell him.
So, what is our next step from here?
Well, according to Jaros, if we head through Slaughterhouse through the opposite door, we'll go through Greedy Man's Locket, where there's a chimera waiting, I believe you said, and then into the Dark Age, and then follow him to Orphanage through some sort of skull, if I remember correctly.
Jaros turns and he goes, yeah. There was no real other doorway besides the exit out. And I was tailing the 8. Saw one of them walk through what looked to be a gigantic... any one of you know what a Tarrasque is?
Rumors, mostly.
Intelligence check, or a check of some sort. What would I be rolling for that?
I would say nature.
Sure. Ooh.
Knowledge on animals, beasts.
Oh, actually. It's not awful. What is that?
18.
18? 22.
22.
I had one as a pet once.
You've heard legend, of course, like the legend or the scary campfire story of these world-ending beasts based off of very, very old and ancient things, literally brought and only really heard of within the Dark Age, before the Dawning. Beasts that existed before the known world.
Please don't tell me that they have a Tarrasque.
Not an alive one. It's a skull of a three-eyed Tarask. But within it, there was a teleportation circle. I took it, found myself standing on an interesting piece of property.
Do you have the spell to use it?
It wasn't a spell used, it was a doorway. As soon as they stepped on it, they were gone.
Interesting. Do you believe we have the resources to take down a chimera? If that is...
He kind of looks amongst you, just like, that's more of a question for you. The other option was to go to Hunter's Lane, and that's one that I don't think any one of you wanted to do. It brought forth anything I killed within my life, and I've killed a lot of things. So unless you all have anything too scary, we can go through there and attempt to fight anything you've killed of recent. Or we can try our hand maybe talking with the Chimera. I was invisible and was able to run through. But if it turns into a fight, we manage to kill it, it's protecting a horde. Pretty good payoff.
I myself have not killed anything particularly interesting, but I know that is not the same as the others.
Looking around to the party as to...
You do remember a recent such thing known as an Eldritch Vulture that came out of a portal that may or may not reappear.
It's not too bad, it's fine. With all of us, it's okay.
But with the other things we fought, no.
Perhaps Chimera is the best choice.
I fought one or two within my time. They, depending on the creature, can be intelligent or feral. I didn't take time to figure out which one this one was. I ran from one end of the room to the other, but I'm pretty quick.
Uguay's not.
All eyes move to Uguay.
Jesidiah with his one arm. Whoa.
I do not think that we will be winning any races soon.
Could, with some planning. Jesidiah.
Good, we sacrificed the turtle.
I hear
No.
to Jesidiah. I hear you're a druid. I've heard rumors of druids that can change their form into other beasts. Do you have the ability to change into something either smaller or faster?
Quite right. I, turned into a ram in front of you.
That is right.
Should you not remember?
I had a lot of adrenaline going. I just blurred.
That's fair. You
I
were
suppose
almost cut in half.
But I'm not. So, not to be rude, but could you turn into like a field mouse so we could carry you a lot faster?
Make a persuasion check.
Turns into a smaller turtle.
Field.
18.
18. And who would be carrying me?
DATH'TAN's already got experience carrying small animals. I'm pretty sure he's fine.
I take out a thief. I have a squirrel.
You see this small red squirrel with a white belly, large doe-like eyes, a bit of black hair that extends from the ears as it just kind of rubs its head and looks around, the large poofy tail that just zips about wildly by itself. It looks a little bit terrified as it's just skittish and looking about all of you.
It's an option for now to at least maybe consider.
Put thief on my shoulder.
Fine.
That's one problem.
What
Now,
would you like me to be?
Just anything that's small and can be easily carried.
All right. Right now.
No. when we're about to go through Greedy Man's Lock.
Very well.
let's say this chimera is intelligent. Who amongst us would be the one to perhaps discuss a peaceful passing with it?
In your experience, Jaros, do chimeras tend to speak, even the intelligent ones?
I have ran into one or two. More or less, it's the dragon head out of the three that begins to speak. Sometimes it's rough or gruff English, but common. But it's not exactly like you can just hold a conversation. But you can get a gist of what they're wanting.
I would presume it wants to add to its horde.
Some. Others that just want to be left alone. They're animals just like anything else. They just want to eat and live.
I, for one, do not feel overburdened with confidence as to my ability to speak with it.
Nor am I. However,
ANETH,
yes.
you do hear from the shoulder of DATH'TAN, we're doomed.
I feel like perhaps we could bribe it. You don't have to be a good conversationalist to be a good salesman.
Let's go get that ogre's body. We'll just give him a meal.
We do not possess much of value.
No.
Ask if it likes to read books.
I feel like it knows about the library.
It's not that library.
Well, going by the fact that the name of the Library of the Lulled was significant, the Greedy Man's Locket may also be equally significant.
So don't take anything, as shiny as everything may be.
Thief.
Can't stop me.
That's probably a good idea, to not take anything unless we are certain it is safe.
Or just don't take anything at all.
Probably that, yes.
Yeah, just don't touch anything. That's makes sense. It's a horde. Don't touch it.
Watch your step. Don't mess with it. Sounds like we might actually have a chance of getting through.
So in regards to the doors, if I understand correctly, left is right and right is wrong.
As far as we understand it.
Delightful.
So only go left.
Jaros goes to the door just ahead.
Yeah, we're standing in slaughterhouse, just so I remember, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You guys are in
Yeah.
the bottom of the steps of the slaughterhouse, the horizontal.
Just wanted to make sure I knew
Yes.
which room we were starting in.
Horizontal hallway. Yeah, you guys are at the end of the slaughterhouse. Took you a little bit to traverse this area, as first the hiding, then the running.
So, well, so far, Jaros, you're the only one who really knows the way to the other door, so I guess you lead.
The main door is going to be a little bit tight, so I'd say that we get into formation before we head in.
Sounds reasonable.
It's going to be a tunnel before it opens up to the main chamber. So I'd like a marching order. Who's wanting to lead the way?
Definitely not.
Probably Jaron.
I'll leave behind him.
Yeah.
You'll leave behind.
I'll be in the very back.
Good.
Anyone?
Yeah. Someone put me in the very, very, very back.
Can you put me directly mid?
No, maybe I'll give you my hammer and say go.
Because I still need to get everyone with
So
the...
this is I'm behind Jaros right now.
Middle
So
somewhere.
okay, so then
So it'd probably be second or third in line.
Middle back,
Yeah.
maybe.
Middle
You're
back?
going to be right behind Jaros?
Yes, I am right behind Jaros.
Interesting.
I'm small, I can fit behind him.
That's fair.
that's
Just
okay.
for a placeholder.
Yeah.
And Jessadiah, because you guys are heading in, talk amongst yourselves.
Well,
Well, dead.
I'll cast Pass Without a Trace right before we enter this door.
Okay.
Hopefully that'll give us a bit more of an advantage. And Jessadiah, you know what you're gotta do. So I think we're more or less set.
Hopefully.
Put Thief back in his pouch so he doesn't try to steal anything.
No sticky fingers, just run.
How large is this room, Jaros?
I wasn't counting, but easily over 300 feet end to end.
So we have a bit of a run.
Flat? Any cover?
The room is square in nature, but it splits off into two different hallways, two different doors and ways out. I know which one we need to take, but it's still going to be a run. Okay.
We should go.
I was just checking up the list of beasts that Jessadiah can encounter for the Rite of CR. You see that he slowly just begins to shrink down quietly by himself. And you see that it begins to change into a little bit more of a coat of fur. And slowly getting down, a small tail extending, the eyes beginning to glisten with the silver. Dark fur, black. And you see a cat, a small cat. There's
That can do.
Can I transform too?
You're gonna transform.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm getting ready, man. I'm gone.
You good to carry him?
Yeah, I guess.
It just walks up and sits looking at you.
You are now my scarf.
The cat sits around. Is Thief on the
No,
on your
Thief
shoulder?
is
Okay.
back in his pouch.
You start fighting.
Aneth, you hear meow.
Glad you're getting into character.
Just prepare myself.
Very convincing.
Then I guess I will cast Pass Without a Trace before we walk through the door.
Okay, so you guys are going in stealth.
Yes.
Stealth checks for everyone. And what you guys do see is, in contrast to the small cat growing, you see Barak grow out in size as he once again takes the form of his black-furred dire wolf. As
I'm going to give Blessing of the Trickster to SAAKA.
Blessing of the Trickster Saaka. Okay. I'll say that
Thank you.
Jessadiah is dependent on your stealth roll as he's around you.
It's a plus.
Plus 10 to whatever.
Yeah,
also
yeah,
that.
yeah. So
But we'll go through here.
Stealth save?
Just plus your dex, because you don't have stuff.
Have you
Oh, no,
ever
you do.
rolled
Stealth plus 4.
Yes.
Okay. So roll add 4, then add 10.
I should be good though.
Okay. Somebody
25.
go around starting on my right. 25. You said?
25.
At your feet is a dice.
Left foot.
Left.
Your left foot is on the ground.
You okay there?
Hold on.
Dropping the.
I
Stop
can-
dropping things.
Sokka's just spiking dice.
Yeah.
Get your feet off of it.
We're trying to
Angsty
Jacob.
Sokka can't even roll.
I'll do that. That went far.
Okay, so 25 for Barrage.
27.
27. Okay.
Great.
Is that with the extra plus 10?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh lordy. Okay.
Extra plus 10 with whatever.
Yeah, it's in the 30s. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, that's
22.
decent.
22.
22.
20.
20. Okay. I'm rolling for JROS real quick. Not great, but we passed without a trace. That saves him.
Yeah, that's it.
Glad to hear it. Okay. Looking at the stats or something.
Still got 20.
Chimera, maybe?
No. I don't know what you're talking about.
What a chimera.
Yeah, what? Turns out it's already dead.
Entering through this
That's terrifying.
Entering through the door just ahead of you, once again, the warm rush and the embrace of light. Then the rushing of wind turns cold and hits against you and darkness envelops. You're not even seeing one another as you walk in one at a time. Jaros leading with Aneth slowly following. You find yourself in a small formed tunnel, a small arched walkway with stone on either side, formless, cramping you in, and even for your size, it's not very big. It's maybe just under 6 feet flat. Some of you are a bit cramped due to your size. The direwolf for sure is like scraping its hide up against it. The taller tiefling have their horns scraping across the roof, and SAAKA, with just her width of muscle, is like catching herself every once in a while and has to free. But you begin to walk through. It stretches for nearly 30 or 40 feet before it opens you to a large, dark, cube-shaped room. The large, square, cut stones being placed on top of one another, connecting and piling up to make this room. The only light source that you see is a crack in the ceiling that casts down what looks like moonlight into the chamber. Within this room, however, you catch the gleam of silver and gold, rubies and diamonds, emeralds of various sizes and shapes that make up this mountain of treasure. A few items lie within: weapons, pieces of armor, wands, books, several different colorful items, gleaming and shimmering in all of its glory. A large arched doorway sits without a door above the hoard, built into the wall on the other side of this chamber, made with a small detailed rim built around it, allowing a very slight overlook in this entire room. 2 hallways split off diagonally in either direction at the end of this room, much larger in comparison to the hallway of entry you were just in. No doors, just split pathways that stretch on for a little over 100 feet each by your estimation, to a singular arched doorway at each end, wood and thick metal trim, and a ring handle that makes an end to each one of these halls. You sit there, the room is dark, it is quiet. What are you all doing?
Being sneaky.
Being sneaky.
I would like to have my weapon drawn in preparation just in case.
Okay.
Going to message Jaros.
By your lead, we will follow.
You see that he doesn't even react or move his hands, just against, at this point, just the left wall of you, and is beginning to trace it, walking around the large mountain of treasure right in the center of this room. So he just begins walking, feeling his hand against the dark of the wall. The moonlight really only clashes down onto the gold itself in the center, not really illuminating any of the edges. At this point, however, I would like whoever wants to make a perception check. Just so you see.
12.
12. 2 or 3 people can make a perception. So
Good luck, guys.
19.
Anybody else want to make one?
Yeah. $23.
23. Okay. So, Anna, you're a little bit distracted just trying to keep pace with Jaros. He's not moving quickly, but trying to take it slow and methodical as you guys are stealthing through. What you see DATH'TAN up in this doorway, up against the wall, what looks to be a single paw hanging out. Large, almost just the paw end of what looks to be a lion arm. It almost looks to be the size of you, just the paw alone. It sits there, the veins and bones that reach down to each long claw that hangs out, just slowly shifts and moves by itself.
Let's be friends.
KELSION, you see a little bit more as you kind of hear DATH'TAN just a tiny bit catch his breath. You look up and over into it, and you see more than that. You see the illumination of the head of a large lion, the mane running down across the neck almost to the body. The eyes seeming to be a gleaming deep pink, along with a crystal embedded into its head. Shining, you just see the overcast and shadow of the other two heads on either side. One long, curling back horn from what looks to be a ram head, and the other, the shining scales of a red wyvern or drake of some kind. However, you can see that just with this small bead of light in the head outmaking, you can see it is staring directly at your group with a 28 perception check.
Lovely.
Say good luck.
The other arm slams out on the other end of the door sill, stretching out. You now see the full body of this thing. The large, gray-furred goat head that pokes out. Its eyes almost seem bleak and clouded over, yet reactive to every small sound as its head just turns and looks around. The two large horns, almost 10 feet tall each, as it looks about. The dark patches on its head. It doesn't seem to have physical contact or lock on to anything.
Everybody keep creeping.
The middle lion head simply peers out and places its head down on its left paw on the sill of this door that it looks down upon you all. Curling out and to the right is a large, young red dragon head. As it looks about, you see the glow of the scales underneath, this deep red energy almost slowly pulsing within itself. The smaller horns still cracked and riddled with what looks to be sparking flames. Its eyes almost this fiery orange that glows within the dark of the room, looking down upon all of you.
Well, obviously we don't pose a threat or else we'd be dead by now.
You should probably put your weapons away.
The mouth
Yes.
opens of the middle head and goes, "Hello."
Achoo.
Jaros, you see his shoulders slump a little bit, and one large eye peeks back to Aneth.
We're just passing through.
Can I roll a persuasion? You look.
Just passing through.
Yes.
Does the master know of your arrival?
A door was opened for us, so I am guessing, but not sure.
Varkin left the door open for you.
That
That
is...
seems very unlike him.
Tell him what we know.
The name that they just mentioned, was that written on the map that we have?
Looking
or
at
was
the
it-
map that you have, whoever is holding it right now, I believe Brock was the last one to...
I believe,
Yeah,
I
I
believe
do.
Brock
I
was
do.
the last one to grab it.
Just turn back and hand him the map.
It looking at it, the laboratory and sanctum seem to be marked as Varkin's, and even the notes that you can read in Infernal seem to be saying that Varkin was a crazy son of a gun wizard.
Oh, cool.
How do we talk our way out of this one?
I turned back though to give him a map. Just giving you a heads up there.
I will say this again. Does he know you're here?
We
don't know.
check something real quick.
You see that the body begins to push out. The breast and large chest of this beast moves along with two wings that slowly splay out. Do not
ANETH.
try patience, please.
ANETH
Okay.
sheathes her sword and puts her hands up.
Smart girl.
Well,
Stare at him.
we do not.
No. Yeah.
You're in your
Yeah.
dark
What's
hole.
up, man? Let's do this. You just gotta.
There was a snack.
The answer to your question is a bit of a yes and a no.
Can I just creep forward a
It's-
little more? Not towards him, like get up
We
behind
know
everybody.
there was.
No, we're obviously in his line of sight.
Yeah.
He's
That's
looking-
why I'm
he's
standing
looking at
behind
us.
the guy that's in front.
I will say,
Oh.
voice seems a bit
I'm
more
not going
female
past you
than
guys.
male.
It's a whoop.
Oh, like, I got this, guys. Let me just hop back into work real
And
quick.
death.
The answer to your question
That
is
happened,
both yes and no. While the doorway was there for us and it had a note saying for us to come find our friends who were locked in here, we do not know the origin of who wrote the note. So it very well could be the master who left that note, but it may not be. We don't know the answer to that yet. We hope to find that.
Varkin was a loner, not one for taunting games. That was the work of the fools, who think this is their new home.
If so, we don't side with them either. They're kind of against us right now. We're just wanting to get our friends and get out. So if you just let us go, we will not bother you. We will not return.
The ram head that looks to have just bleary eyes cocks at the words that you hear, just sways back and forth, almost like it's thinking to itself. The dragon head curls low and looks amongst all of you. Then why sneaking?
From where we're from, chimeras are very formidable and very scary, so we just hope not to bother you.
Formidable.
We hope not to bother you. We hope not to get in any trouble. We thought the less interaction we had, the better we could get our friends and get out without causing any harm to anyone.
Similarly, if I may add, where we are from, there are also chimeras who are not as reasonable and do not speak. We had known that there may be a chimera here, so we wanted to avoid bothering them in case they did not wish to speak.
I am not like the other ones. I have been here for a long time. It has been a while since I've seen people that were trying to grab, to steal with their thieving hands.
Yeah, we're honestly passing through. Our destination is not here.
We come here in search of two of our friends whom the fools have taken from us and have hidden here somewhere. We do not wish to take anything from you or your master.
Where is he then?
Our friends,
My master.
We know not. We have never interacted with him.
Show him the map.
You see the head leans up
Oh,
on the others.
can I show him the map
So
from a
you,
fat distance? Just like hold up the map. We're just trying to figure out where we
you
are.
see the head does not even acknowledge that you're holding a sheet of paper from several hundred feet away.
You're also a wolf.
Yeah. Yeah. So you are here without my master's knowing or knowledge.
We do not know. As my friend has said, a note was left for us and the gate was open. We are just as in the dark as...
Troubling. You know, I have not died, and I have not eaten in a long time.
The ogre. Let's go get the ogre. It's dead.
But it's also 40 feet.
I would like
I'd rather go get that.
for
than
Kelsion to make a
sacrifice
persuasion
someone.
check, just in general with everything that's happened. It is indecisive. You guys aren't lying to me.
Uh-oh. 19?
I
Give it
was
one of your bad cards.
tasked with killing those who would dare enter. But if Varkin is dead, I guess that makes me in charge. I tell you what, little friends, bring me a morsel, and you may pass.
A soul? That's it?
Morsel.
The dead body's in the other room. Let's go back and get a few of those.
Yeah, there it is.
I'd say go with the ogre.
That's
Any...
a one-way pass though. We'd have to.
We don't know that yet.
Oh, we don't know that yet. Yeah.
Because apparently there's a two-way pass here.
Okay.
We...
We'll be right back.
So... I guess the question is... To ensure we don't all run off, how many would you like kept here, and how many would you like to go fetch you this morsel?
Why ask that? We all could have walked out.
The head,
That's the problem I don't want to deal with.
the head cocks and goes, being a step ahead, I see.
If this dog could flip you off.
You see it turns and looks at the ram
Put a
head,
muzzle
which
on
is,
you.
keeps winging back and forward. Dragon head looks about, and it looks like they're communicating without speaking a word. The dog.
I didn't even say anything, dude. I'm just sitting here, you know, itching my ticks and everything off me.
I'm gonna pee all over his gold. Just kidding. What happened to the dog? Ah, yeah. Well, you see that pile right there next to the gold? Yeah.
That one, gesturing his head to DATH'TAN. And you, one who talks.
Sweet, can I turn back into my orc now? Joke's on you, I'm an orc! I'm
Is
sorry.
that what you say?
No, but I will turn back.
You.
Because now I don't have to dash to get away.
Maybe.
Well, we're up against the wall, right?
You guys are up against the left wall just by
Can I
the
walk
tunnel
out and do that?
entrance of where you guys came from.
take up just a die and go.
ANETH. There you go.
Yeah, I.
Oogway comes out. What's up? Let's go.
I'm a cat. I'm going to remain a cat. So I'm not eaten.
You're coming with us. You won't have to be here much longer.
Meow.
It kind of wipes the sweat from her brow.
What can I do for you now?
Avoid eye contact. Just look away.
Well, for those 3 you named out, you want them to stay, correct?
What do you think?
I am just making sure. I'd rather have all certainties than
Yes.
Are we allowed to make
stay
ourselves
here.
comfortable?
The rest go.
I guess while they go,
As you can.
Just casually lay out on the gold. Just lean up against it.
You're
I
kidding.
guess
Without taking anything. Without taking anything.
I was gonna say.
I make it very clear. My hands are on my head, just sitting there like, what's up, guys?
I guess
I
Hanging
just
out
kind
there.
of like wall
You
sit
hear
and just drop down to the floor.
The
Just sit.
voice growls. Oh,
Flip the other way. To the wall. To the wall.
Face down.
Yeah, lay in the gold.
I guess our only question. We found the map.
it is real, by the way, as you lay against it. Like it's all there. Gold moves and shifts around.
Just whip out my duffel. No, just kidding. Look it right in the face. Just swiping the gold in the bag.
I guess our only question now. We found the map upon entering this place. We would like to try to confirm with you to clear up any inaccuracies that this map may have. The way we came was from a place called the Slaughterhouse. Are we able to directly return from here?
How is the butcher?
Oh. He's seen better days, but...
Yeah, he dead. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm straight up. We killed him. Pushed him right off the cliff.
Is that what you're
You're
saying?
gonna get us killed.
You want to lie to the thing? I'm going honest
I'm
right
going
here
with
all the
half
way.
truth.
I'm
I
looking at
am
him in spite.
You said
I went
He fell.
neutral.
better
He
than
fell.
me.
What are
He
you
fell
saying?
off the
What are you
cliff.
saying,
He
Barack?
tripped and fell off the cliff. Just straight answer.
My head is buried.
The dragon head just looks
Can we
over.
offer him to the Chimera and just walk free?
I already killed him once enough.
I don't know if he wants these fleas, man. Just being honest.
What cliff?
Oh. It's a 40-foot drop. There's a bunch of pits, a bunch of dead people in those pits.
You
That's all I
killed
remember.
him.
You know, man, I'm not even gonna lie to you.
An
Yeah.
assistant to Vark.
It was a mistake. Our defense, we were trying to be like this and just casually go through, no problems. He tried to eat me. He literally picked me up and beat me against the wall. So I gave him a push and out of anger. And he tripped and fell off the cliff. I mean, you're the boss here. I mean, wouldn't he try to challenge you to see if he wanted to be the boss? I'm just saying.
Bro, who isn't
Not starting
how
anything.
fast he's digging himself a hole.
Make a persuasion check.
Just
Nice.
Rock is gonna be dead twice in 2 seconds.
Morocco's the first and second.
Well, we're missing our cleric,
I got
right?
a big old
One of them.
5.
Oh yeah. Well, hey, you're here just in
But it's not a lie. It's a straight answer.
Back.
You are funny, little pup, with your jokes.
I don't do that. I don't do that in front of the In my head, I'm over here just like I should just open the book and read it again. Can I tell him about the book? Actually, never mind. I don't want to tell him about the book.
Anybody have like a silence
Hey,
spell?
person who doesn't like stealing things, do you want to read this book I stole? Hey, cop.
I ask
money.
him. You want to play checkers?
You should have remained a dog.
Yeah, I should have. Can I go back to being a dog and lay down?
And just lay down next to you. What was your question again?
I can't remember the question because I got so sidetracked by him.
Direct path
Oh,
to
yeah.
the slaughterhouse.
Thanks. The entrance we came through, as far as we see on this map, it is marked as a one-way entrance. Do you know if we can go directly back through the same entrance?
Not unless you want to risk it.
For the biscuit.
May I ask what you imply by that? Risking what?
Those who aren't so lucky find themselves in places here that put them in stressful circumstance. Others are simply booted out.
AKA get eaten.
Or you could be the lucky few and make it back.
So it's a luck roll. If we were to go indirectly, what lies ahead of us in the arena of fates?
Oh, dude, I want to go there. Look at that face. That face says, let's go, put on a show.
Every single person that Varkin has outsmarted, who has thought themselves the warrior, has been placed there.
Oh, let's get it. We can be a tag
A
team.
gladiatorial pit of endless triumph. Men go, they die. They're brought back and sent back out. With how many years have passed, some are more pieces than people. You fight until you die, and then you become part. I know not of a way out, but Varkin was one for making pieces come together.
Where's Korth when you need him?
So, I guess to Karen now. Knowing this information, what would you recommend? Try our luck and go straight back, or find an indirect route?
Perhaps first a question for our host. What sort of morsel are you seeking? So we might know.
Food.
Bring in the butcher.
If I don't get much within my time, I'll feast on them.
Come on, he's a big guy. The butcher, just boom, that's a fat slab of meat right there.
No.
If we
I hope this is in your head.
kill some of the faithless.
Oh, dude.
You're a wolf. You're a wolf.
I'm
Shut
just
up.
looking at it, I'm like,
And
idiot.
if we kill some of the faithless and bring them here, would that be meat, or do they come back?
For the more fresh one. You see that it pauses, thinking to itself. What year is it out there?
Do you have the display?
2060.
If we,
We got
do,
cards.
it's 3 weeks old.
Maybe more than that, I think.
I've got lots of Displacer Beast hide.
I don't have the year written down.
I can look it up.
The year of we're doomed.
The weird of. Yeah. The year of. Death.
Speak amongst yourselves.
Yeah, I don't know.
I am like sat up against the wall, and since I can't really like just hit my head against the back because of my horns, I'm just sitting there with I can't do anything
You're gonna
else.
stick yourself to the wall.
Yeah, I'm digging a hole with my horns.
Do you still have the cat around your shoulders?
No, I
No,
gave
I
the
think-
cat
Okay.
to ANETH.
Okay.
It's either that or I just
I'm a
took
little
a
unsettled
bowl and
by
I'm
the
just
fact that I have an
spinning
entire
it.
tortoise on my shoulders, but it's like in the shape of a cat.
You guys are pretty
You know,
much in the
fuzzy
beginning
borders.
of the year 98 of the new land age.
It is the 98th year of the new land age.
Cast level 9 fireball.
I know not of this age. I would be surprised if the people in that arena were even men at all at this point. Varkin had a way to put pieces together, but not always pretty.
So in that case, what other locations would you suggest for us to search for you?
If he wasn't joking, gesturing to the wolf lying on the floor, there should be dead bodies hanging in the slaughterhouse. Bring me some.
Bring him the butcher.
Like a whisper on the wind.
That sounds ideal. So now a question for the party. Do we want to risk going back the way we came, or circle around? That would take us to the arena, the reflections of truth, Hunter's Lane, back to the library, then to the slaughterhouse. Or we could take the direct path.
Direct.
Direct might be better, because if you're having to go through Hunter's Lane, we may not survive.
I say we
They
Or you
might
may
go
not
back
survive.
the
They
way.
might not survive. We're kind of trapped here.
Either way, it
I
sounds
say
like
we
we
go
don't
back
like
through.
that.
I would say that our survival is your survival.
Fair.
I'll just go back out the door and be gone. Good luck, guys. Oh, I don't say that at all.
I mean,
I
so
don't
what's
even
that
gesture
happens?
it,
We
I just
come
look at
through
him
the
like-
entrance again?
To my understanding, it seems like we might be sent elsewhere.
Oh, that complicates a lot.
Can
And
I put a
we
dick in
do not
anything?
know if we might be separated,
Just kidding.
which is even more concerning.
Link arms before we walk through that door.
Nothing wrong has ever happened from that, so I'm sure that will work perfectly.
No, I'm just saying it's worth a try rather than, just taking a complete blind step into the darkness.
He does have a point.
She does have a point.
We could at least attempt to fool whatever kind of thing is going on in here.
So in that case, three of us,
Cat, SAAKA, which would you suggest?
She shrugs. Looks at you and shrugs.
In that case, directly back.
Yeah, back the way we came. Hope for the best. Maybe keep a positive outlook on things. Maybe that'll change our fate. I'm trying to be optimistic here.
Best of wishes.
Thank you.
Well, try not to die.
Maybe
Can-
try
can I
thinking
smell
of your
if there's
destination
anything
as you're
else
going
nearby
through the
besides-
door.
Make a perception check.
The giant.
Let's heed his
Beast.
advice. Where are we looking? Where are we thinking of?
The slaughterhouse is our return
Some-
Where
point.
we just came from.
Yes.
Anything
Easy.
specific?
Easy to remember.
that's where the
Lots of
corpses
hanging
were.
bodies.
We'll retreat for Chimera friend.
Just anything nearby besides Camaro.
17. You smell what is a smell you've at least smelled before within tribes that you used to walk with, being a nomad, seeing a lot of the base potions and harsher smells. You do pick up on a familiar poison that seems to be coursing through. It seems to be coming from the Chimera, but you can't lock quite where it is.
Oh, cool. I just sit there,
So,
not even staring at him, just looking away. Like,
better now than never then.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I pick up. Actually, no, you already have the cat. Yes, you're holding the cat.
Yes.
Okay.
He is on my shoulder.
Who wants the map?
Definitely
You
not
handed
me.
it to
I already
Kelsion,
have
I
one thing.
believe.
Yeah, you ended it to
I
Kelsion.
have the
Just got here. All right.
Still trying to understand this map.
I suppose we're linking arms and returning the way we came
Yes.
and wishing for the best.
Keeping the slaughterhouse in mind.
Keeping the slaughterhouse in mind.
Rolling a percentage dice.
Yeah.
Okay.
The hesitation. Alright, who wants to draw a straw? See who he might eat first.
Definitely
You.
As SAAKA, ANETH, and Care link arms,
2-1 vote real quick.
Jaros also taking on Aneth's hand. You all step through from the door behind. The pause is longer. Onto the cold ground of the slaughterhouse.
Oh, dude, I thought there was the Camaro jumping down at us three. I was like, oh.
As they leave,
Oh. Okay, here we go.
the Chimera slowly begins bringing its whole body out. And you begin to see the element of the poison as the tail,
Oh, shit.
piece after piece, layer after layer of what seems to be chitinous armor. This large scorpion tail falls as the beast just leans over and onto the pile of gold. It matters everywhere,
Alright, boys.
slapping
I
onto
just
the
look at you
sides,
guys. This is like
onto your armor and face, and it goes. Just in case you get any ideas. The tail just
I'm not gonna say that.
swipes side by side.
You're the one with all the power here. There's not much we can do besides wait and pray.
I would be praying then.
You guys can pray.
The three of you. Gary, you've not been here before. SAAKA and Jaros and ANETH have. As you're in this hallway, the staircase leading you upwards, you begin taking them up. You then find yourself within a longer room, same in cube shape, very simplistic in its natural shapes. But you seem to be on this stone walkway, thin, almost like a bridge, reaching one end to the other. No sides to support, just the slick covered in sleet ice across the entire way, making it a very slow pace as you go to watch your step. However, looking down, you see that there's a thick clouded mist that has come through as there is 4 cut square pits within the bottom floor of the stone, almost like pens within them. Staring down, you see what looks to be different groupings of undead that are sitting there, their body completely cut and split down the middle, hanging open, flesh that just slowly flaps or is frozen in place. A cold mist that ekes out and spreads, slowly filling each pen up with the same cold mist. Okay. Looking down, however, in between 2 of these cut inward stone pits, you see that there is a large form of what used to be perhaps this yogurt that they were speaking of. The large form of the white-skinned beast just lies there motionless, a pool of now freezing blood that has come from it. White patches of fur on the chin and face, the shoulders, the sides of the body, the legs. It sits there face first into the stone, unmoving.
I suppose that was the chef of this kitchen.
Do you think we could pull him out?
The Chimera did specify that he wanted the hanging bodies.
This is true. I just
If we
feel
have
like it's a little more
enough of
fresh.
It's what he wanted.
Ugh.
Now,
Sorry.
a question we didn't formally discuss. Who will be carrying these bodies?
I presume all of us.
Well, I've already got one. So. She's kind of like trying to not want to carry a body.
Joke.
I'm just saying, I don't think I'm strong enough to carry a frozen dead person.
I'm certain we can manage at least one between the two of us.
This is true.
Jaros goes,
Onwards and
I'm at least
upwards.
good for one. Probably two.
You guys also do got SAAKA.
We do have SAAKA. I'm certain she can just carry 4. Stupid.
4 on
As
one
you
shoulder.
walk across the bridge, you find yourself within the central, probably operations room of this butcher. You see what looks to be 8 tables that are running along this horizontally running room, large, wide open. The doorways themselves, as you walk through this bridge, by the way, are roughly 10 feet wide and about 14 feet tall. No actual doors to them, just entryways into each and every room, as the yogurt probably was a bit too big for normal doors. Walking in, however, you see what looks to be several cadavers on these tables. 3 out of the 8 are actually full of bodies, and some are split open, just like the zombies you saw in the other room. Perfectly open, but unmoving, as they just sit there. Some of them still have bones that are somewhat in them, but look to be somewhat pulled out. The guts have been emptied from them. You look off, and from your angle would be the room to the left is a small square dump pile where it looks to be guts and other intestines have just been piled up. Any sort of the liquids have been frozen onto it, and the blood pooled around it has also been made into more of a coagulated ice puddle.
Yummy.
Any more of the hanging corpses in here that we've been told to
None
find?
in here, but just ahead you actually see at the very end of another open hallway seems to be 2 rows of bodies that are just hanging motionless, frozen, cold, white or bluish skin, each one on a meat hook hanging from the ceiling, either pierced through the throat, some through like the face and eye, others just through the shoulder, but they just hang there, unmoving.
Simple enough to find them. Now it's a matter of freeing them.
Yes.
How high are they off the ground?
They're only just a few feet, maybe 2, 3.
Okay. They're not like... Okay.
No, they're not like up on the
Would-
roof. This is a meat locker.
Got it.
hall.
Yeah.
So,
I know.
Now would be a
Good
good
question.
time for a
Did any of them
wagon.
remember the one
Let's
that
start
was still
freeing some.
moving and twitching
Yes.
when we were there last?
you were not there.
No, when we were there, would any of them remember? Is what I'm saying.
Well, I'm saying that you were the only one that was noticing. Because you were making the perception checks for that stuff.
Never mind. Carry on, children.
Aneth is gonna draw her short sword and kind of tap a couple of the bodies just to make sure they don't,
Come to life and eat you.
Yeah, exactly.
Were they alive before?
Considering there's a ton of undead in those pits back there, I don't want to take any chances.
Fair enough.
You take a time and you poke. Sometimes the skin is almost frosted where you stab and the sword just kind of starts picking at the ice. Other times you stab in and it's almost like just butter because the skin is so weak and just pulled on the and the entire blade just almost silently just gets pulled in and out as you poke at them. Any sort of blood that is draining from them, it is freezing as it is drawing down. Just small bits of ice and frost already beginning to grow over and stop the bleeding almost instantaneously.
Okay, so they're not reacting at all.
None.
Alright. Let's get down to business.
I don't trust the aura of cold on these. If I may just have a moment.
Of course.
Bonus action to unpocket plane kindness.
Still an owl form, I believe.
Yeah, last time we talked about it.
If you wouldn't mind resting on one of these corpses' shoulders for a moment.
Lands on what looks to be a female human, pierced through the throat and collarbone as the hook hangs out of her. She looked to have had raven black hair, flowing and beautiful. She looked young, but is now lifeless.
I am going to cast Identify as a ritual. Learn what spells are, if any, are currently affecting the corpse.
None.
Interesting. I would have expected a spell, but I'm not detecting any.
It's just downright cold in here.
Fair enough. Thank you, kindness.
Don't stay in one place too long, you'll freeze to the floor.
Let's get moving then.
So Jaros walks up to the woman and takes her off, throws her over her shoulder.
I would like to do the same.
Okay. I believe, Kara, are you helping with that?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so the two of you make strength checks. Athletics, technically.
Shoot. That's a 3.
Okay.
When I said I wasn't strong, I'm not kidding.
55-year-old man is going to have to take the reins.
Throw you back out.
And it can't even reach a good
Yeah,
place.
it's hard. The one you decide to begin with, as you're like, I want a challenge. You walk up to a large Goliath corpse and you begin trying to push up against it. The large male.
Yes, you're
It
right.
seems to have 2 hooks in him in either shoulder. He's just hanging there. And you're pushing up on the boot, but nothing's giving.
Aneth is desperately trying to showboat.
I understand we are supposed to be bringing...
What was your athletics check?
16.
17 minus 1.
Okay. Understood. You see that Kara walks up and kind of grabs onto the other leg, and the two of you together begin to lift, and the body unhooks and begins to fall. You lose your grip on the boot, and it looks like it's about to crush you, but Kara, surprisingly so, holds it up. His arms are shaking as he is holding it in the air, as it's leaning over. Just bits of ice slowly flaking off and falling onto him and on his coat. You help him prop it up, even though you're not tiny in comparison to Kara. He is a smaller framed humanoid. On top of that, he's not exactly tall.
We're both small.
However, you being on one end and shorter than him, it most definitely looks like he's bearing most of the weight, and you can tell that it's weighing on him as his legs are slowly, just step after step, he's more sluggishly carrying than anything else.
My bones. My bones.
Perhaps we should choose a smaller one.
When you do catch it, you do feel it in your shoulder a little bit.
Oh, fuck.
Do you guys need help over there, old man?
Yes, take this one.
Okay, I'll go and take the one you have.
Okay, with your strength, there's no need to check. You just
I'll search.
firemen carry this dead Goliath.
I'll search for one of the smaller ones to hand these two.
Okay, you look to see what looks to be a dead halfling that's just pierced with a brain, and you pull it off.
Yeah.
It is roughly the size of COIL as it's handed to you.
This is decidedly unpleasant.
Look to be a young halfling boy.
Let's get a move on.
Yes.
So how many bodies are you taking in total? Because Jaros has one, you have one, and you have one. So that's 3.
Are there any other small ones? Can I roll a perception to see if there's any other very small beings?
Any children?
Any children? Yeah.
I will address Turtle Friend.
8.
8. So this hallway kind of has like 2 split offs pretty early on as you're coming from this direction. They're like 2 small dead-end hallways. Looking into them, there's no like smaller one in height, but you figure that there seems to be a bit of a thinner elf that looks pretty light in comparison to the others.
That works. I'll take that one.
Okay. I'll say that with help from Care, even though he has a bit of a hurt shoulder right now, along with Jaros assisting with his one free arm. You manage to free it, and it's kind of like gangly and hanging over you, almost like a cloak, but you're lucky that you have your hood on to make it less weird. The head's like hanging next to your head, however, and you're just really trying to drag this thing along as it is taller than you.
Saku could probably take another one, but instead of fireman carrying it,
the-
kind of like dragging it.
Okay,
the
so you're
other
just going to
arm.
drag the Goliath?
Yeah.
So you dump off the Goliath body, and its head and body just whack! And you see like one of the eye like turns a little bit loose in its head, and you just begin dragging it by the ankle.
So I can carry one and then drag. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You just find another humanoid amongst them. You pull it off the hook and begin walking.
There you go.
Let us begin our journey back.
Oh, to be young again.
As you're tending to your now injured shoulder.
I'm a little concerned about getting across the thin bridge with these corpses.
Good point. Didn't really think about that.
Takes one of you
One
over.
at a time.
I think that would be best.
Watch your step.
How long is a thin bridge?
It's like 15 feet wide.
Do we know the weight
I thought it was-
capacity?
The walkway is 15 feet. It just has no sides to it.
Oh, got it. It's fine. Oh, I was thinking like.
No. It's
Got
not.
it.
It's not like a wavering little bridge.
Okay.
It is made of stone.
Okay.
Oh,
Phew. Okay.
You were
never
there,
mind.
Saaka.
I was?
Yeah.
I don't remember this.
You picked up a frozen DATH'TAN and ran across it.
A crocket.
Profit.
Yep.
Okay, Mike Tyson.
All right.
We'll
Let's
not
get a
get
move on.
copyrighted for that.
You can't get copyrighted
For
for
saying a
saying
man's
person's
name.
It's not how that works.
No.
No.
Wait.
Is
Yeah,
saying
that's
Mike
not how it
Tyson
works.
copyright
Fight me, Tom
infringement?
Cruise.
Yeah. I think if we broke out into song and dance, that would be something different. But
Even then, that'd be a song and dance that we had
yeah.
performed. We'd be fine. Anyway, moving on. We get across the bridge with no problems.
And with beautiful musical and choreography.
Oh, assuredly.
Taking him across one at a time, is there a marching order to what you were doing, or are you just taking a body over, walking back, taking a body over?
I don't imagine we have a marching order. We wouldn't have thought about it.
I'd say we
Okay.
just just kind of like this one, but minus the extra people.
You begin walking.
Extra people.
Saaka, for the sake of it, I will ask for a strength check, because the body does slide at some times, and you're trying to like keep it from making it any more difficult than it is.
Okay. That's a natural 19.
Yeah, you're fine. I think you have like a +7 to your athletics, so
Yeah, I do.
you just walk it across, no problem. The body is like hitting bumps of ice sometimes. It's very disturbing to hear like chipping of ice off of a body where it's. You walk it down the stairs.
You like throw it down and then walk after it.
It's like that game. It's like the wheel.
Yeah.
You just hear the head as you go down, walking it back. You enter through the same door, find yourself in the same thin hallway where it then becomes very difficult to get a Goliath body down there as it's like stuck and you're slowly dragging the skin and you see bits and pieces starting to scrape off against the featureless small tunnel wall until you enter back into the main chamber and see this large chimera now sitting in the midst of its horde. Large red wings that are furled around the body as it looks to you. The two other heads seem to be tucked within the wings. The one lion head is the only one now looking about.
We have some corpses.
Throw it.
I attempt to arrange them in a nice, neat pile. Maybe pull a flower from my pocket and place it on top.
As you take the time to do this, it seems quite entertaining to watch you do this.
She's like completely breathless and like sweating by the time she's done. Here you go.
Unnecessary, but appreciated.
Of course.
How did the butcher tend to you?
He wasn't as attentive.
I don't believe we conversed
again.
with him.
I didn't say that in character.
Okay.
I promise.
The smile you made was horrible.
Just busy with seems to be in the wrong headspace to converse with people now.
Make a deception check.
Because he's dead as fuck.
Can I say? Can I do a persuasion?
Well, you
Actually-
aren't lying.
Oh, that's true.
I
Okay,
foresaw this moment.
19.
And I am putting a 3 on the there is insight check.
Oh shit!
Why couldn't you have done that for the stealth check?
19.
I told you give him a back card earlier.
Yes, 3
19 total.
heads.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, wasn't he have 3 to 7? Look at you.
I
He isn't the smartest.
Oh yeah, we fucking know that.
Yes.
You're a wolf. Shut
Yeah, I
up.
know.
Begins moving down the gold pile, the one head beginning to lean forward. It is larger than most of you combined. As it moves down, nudges against the cold bodies that just slump over and move. You see the dragon head peek out of the wings, take the arm of the Goliath, and drag it into the horde pile back under the wing, and you begin hearing the crunching and snapping of bone
Bon appetit.
as it begins making a meal.
I tenderized it for it.
The middle head looks about you.
You gonna share?
You are all an interesting group. Very entertaining. Raises back up as you see the remains of the Goliath is being chewed and tossed a little bit in the dragon head's mouth off to the right. And perhaps I shall keep one of you as one of my playthings.
I can play the lute. I can also do magic tricks.
Music does entertain.
Maybe I'll put him to sleep.
How about this? Are you tired of being in this cave? In this area?
This is my home.
Okay. Well, my home's out in the forest. And perhaps, maybe, you could keep none of us. And I could give you a tour.
Oh yeah, show me you
We-
live
we
with your
bust-
family.
We bust you out of here. You don't have to deal with what's his name anymore.
Doesn't he think he's dead anyway? Isn't he the new boss?
If Varkin is alive, I would be a fool to go against him.
Not saying you are. Yeah.
What if we team up and schwalk him?
Where would we go?
Well, I'm not really sure where we are right now, so I don't know where you're thinking, but, you know, a cozy little cave in the side of the mountain. Take your whole horde with, then you don't have to deal with anybody anymore.
Just killed our whole family right there.
Just a suggestion.
Play me a song while I think about it.
You got it?
Yes, he did. Piss myself.
Aneth is like quivering as she pulls out her lute. And
No
is
pressure.
going to make a performance
Mine
check.
all die because of you.
A 9.
Total?
Yes.
Fuck. It's too late. She already rolled.
Has to be beforehand.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
it was before.
Nope. There are other things that are like that, but not my foresight.
Nope.
Can we put on a show? I mean, the next room we're going in is a fight pit. We can give him a show.
Was it a charm or sleep?
That's who we're trying to go get.
Yeah, I believe it was sleep. Okay, what's your DC?
I think see.
Uh-oh.
That's a good question. 13.
That was a natural 13.
I had hope.
As you've been playing the song,
I cast disappear.
in your nervousness, in the fear you're feeling, you feel like it could have been better if you weren't playing a string wrong or so, or the loud twang that came from the instrument wasn't so distracting, and the beast kind of cocks its head and the ear kind of twitches as you miss a beat or a chord. It does not seem to fall asleep.
Can we show him?
Sorry, I just haven't played in a little while.
I can tell.
Well, in this, now that you know that we're all equally as willing to leave, what say you?
Make a persuasion check.
Can I go back into my work form?
Last time you were in your work
Just
form,
in
you caused
case.
Yeah,
problems.
you...
Don't worry about my plans. Worry about yours.
Okay.
Your plans.
If it
Yeah.
works, it's gonna be legendary.
And if it doesn't, we're dead.
You
Hey, it's a
transform.
50-50, mate.
Are you wanting to?
Yes.
Okay, so you transform back into your orc form.
Casually pull out a bazooka.
15. Altogether.
You see that it seems to ponder to itself as it just kind of looks up and does 1,000-yard stare, as if weighing its options and thinking about what you offer, before shaking its head too and looking to you. I may be confident now, but if I'm wrong in my gamble, that would be the end of me.
We can go to
No, I don't think I'll be leaving.
Okay.
It's the thought that counts.
May we leave?
Please.
Who
Show this thing some
is
manners.
staying? The scorpion tail.
I kind of glance about the group and then look at the cat.
Don't you?
I will stab your neck. That is my boss, Uguay.
That's not part of
Would
the
you
deal
rather
for the
stay?
chimera who could obliterate us.
If it was between me and Uguay,
Molly.
hell yeah, I'd stay for
Okay,
Uguay.
we're leaving Brock.
Another morsel.
Make you work for it.
Does he satiate that?
Make a general persuasion check.
What if I
Not
go
really
kill
of
the
anything you
yeah.
said. But
What if
more
I go
or less
kill
try
the
and
butcher
convince
and
that
bring him
Brock
back?
may be the one that wants to stay.
Ooh, that's
Oh.
better. That's a 20.
Okay.
Can I plead my
12
case?
plus 8.
You want to plead your case?
What if I go bring you the butcher's head? Trying to wheel and deal with someone that I know is dead. That
That's
he
what you
doesn't.
say.
Choose your words wisely.
What do you say?
We should just leave and let him sort this out.
Meet
Yeah,
us
I'm
in
gonna
the
go with
next
that. That's my
room.
only like option here. Pantan.
You seem to persist that he's dead.
You could be.
Make another persuasion check.
How
Me?
funny would it be if he
Oh.
go around and stop the butcher?
The butcher was someone even stronger.
Yeah. Butcher's out on vacation.
That was the butcher's pet.
You know, so.
Maybe we should ask these questions, but I'm too afraid.
What did the butcher look like?
We'd have. Oh wait, we did know.
No,
Your jokes are beginning to become annoying, little pest.
Yes, he's not gonna want me. Fuck you guys.
He's gonna want to eat you to shut you up.
And then he's gonna take one of you still. I'm gonna be quick and
How
dead.
long would the person be staying?
Until your return.
Oh, I'll gladly stay. We'll play cards.
I think your skills might actually be more useful among the...
Wait, hang on. Let me
Adventure
record this real
party.
quick. Damn.
If you would like, I would volunteer to stay as long as you bring back COIL.
I feel like you need.
You might be able to snap Coil out of whatever trance he may be in.
I asked him, what would we do if I stay? I want to ask him this question. Her this question. Her, whatever. I'm gonna ask, what would we do if I stay?
It is a female voice.
Oh, it's a feeling.
You cannot pull a donkey.
I...
If I did, you guys come back. I am the Beast Master.
I'm not sure.
Are you saying you want to
that
fuck a
one.
dragon?
Hey man,
It's a chimera.
you do what you gotta do to make it
Are
happen.
you saying you want to fuck a dragon or chimera.
How many orcs can say that? You want to mess with me? This is my wife.
Can you
Get him, baby.
Are you like him with the interesting words?
Depends on what you want to hear.
He gestures to Kelsion.
I talk too much.
Aneth kind of shakes her head.
Only one way to find out.
You see Jaros steps up.
Take a wink.
I'll stay.
I would vehemently disagree with that one, friend. You are way more useful to the adventuring party than myself.
Yeah. And this thing is not going to let us go too easy. I don't like any one of your chances if it gets pissed. Unless you think you can fight it by your self-care.
The idea is not to fight this, friend.
Sing a song.
Let's not discuss fighting it in front of it.
As I said before, you do not need 2 barbarians to go.
One of them has issues. I mean, we both kind of have issues.
He turns to Kelsion.
Uwe can tell the story about how he lost his arm.
Take the right door in the orphanage. From there, get to the skull.
Okay.
Just step into the skull, then go right once you're in the orphanage. Trust me.
Alright.
What's this thing gonna say? Okay.
It's just listening,
Oh, okay.
watching.
Okay.
Its tail still shifting in the gold.
So from Dark Ages, it's skulls on the right, head through that to orphanage. Okay.
If you're wanting to get to the easy exit.
So
I'm not planning on leaving anybody really behind here.
If you're going for the dwarf,
We're trying to bring everyone.
still do that path. But keep going in that direction. If you head back into the cluster, you'll be stuck here.
So I'm supposed to go back here then.
That's what
You're
he
not.
doesn't want us to come back here. Which I disagree with. But I know he's right, but I disagree with it. There's nothing I can really do about this.
What's waiting for me out there?
You know?
Town guards who your doppelganger agreed to turn you over?
Wait a minute.
Now he's intrigued. He's like, what?
Excuse me.
The doppelganger that was with us agreed to turn himself over.
Why did he do that?
He got outed as a Jaeger.
By who?
Someone.
I point directly towards.
Now you're staying.
All right, my mind's made up. I'm staying here.
So you chose to stay here even before knowing that?
I feel like I could fare better than most of you. And besides, I'm a monster hunter. That's a monster. We have a lot to talk about.
As we leave, we would hear
Clink, clink, clink.
I still agree with Kelsion.
As you wish.
Get the dwarf out of here.
I'll do my best. Well then, let's not waste any time.
hi.
Aneth,
Yes.
stay low. Not everyone needs to know your title.
I learned that the hard way the first time.
Glad to hear it.
Aneth kind of pulls her hood up over her horns and, like, in a medieval hoodie string kind of way, pulls it tight over her face and then beelines it for the other door.
We shared a
she's
corpse
a bit-
together.
She's a bit perturbed. She's a little upset.
damn, man. I'm gonna wait for them to come back and like on top of like, yeah.
She hesitates and turns around and she says, What am I to do with Beetle?
He'll be a good horse to you.
Okay. I'll send Cedric your regards.
Tell that dwarf we're even.
I'll do my best to try to convey that to him. I don't know if he'll believe me.
Everything good?
Just getting the volume up to record a bit higher.
Understood.
I totally did not almost just
Eloquence personified.
It's under
and
the
that one.
That's your stealth check.
under the
Yeah.
green bar on the left.
I see it.
Just turn it fully up.
Yeah, it's all the way up now. That actually kind of hurt me.
Well, next time don't hurt yourself.
Well, maybe I should not be an idiot.
That's fair, but that's kind of hard for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was waiting to hear a little you're standing up.
I was expecting something to pop, but you know.
Eugene's just casually roll.
You. It's the door to the right.
Door to the right once we get in.
Hey. Most of this place wants my head anyways. Don't take it too seriously.
Yeah, just bad that you got outed by a slip of the tongue. Trying to figure out how to get everyone out and just slipped.
One of the sharpest daggers are words.
It's not gonna get you out of this one.
Figure out a way.
Well, time is wasting. Let's make progress.
Let's.
See that Jaron just kind of leans up against the wall. So what do you want to talk about first?
Making friends. All right. We need to take the which door? It's a skull in this room.
No,
That is
the skull is in the Dark Age.
Yeah.
Really? You have to go to the
Yes.
Dark Age first?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you guys
So-
are heading into what appeared to be a dead-end room, but Jaron informed you it does have a door that leads you to the orphanage.
Got
And
it.
the door at the end of the room we're in currently.
The door to the right is what he said.
Okay, this map makes no sense.
That's the point.
All right.
You get the figure that the Heinous Eight, or if it was Varkin that did this, was wanting to mix people up.
This could be the map of Madman, but it could not.
I like how Kelsion was like, this is either a genius or an idiot. Either way, we're in trouble.
It's funny how often those two go together.
So, you all take the splitting off hallway to the right and open it up. Easy to do. The ring door just opened. The same warm light. Cold wind, darkness. Until suddenly, your feet land. You're in a wide hall of brass marble floors that stretch into a central hub ahead of you. On the left and right walls, there are half-cylinder shaped cuts in the wall of the hall that you're now standing in, making room for round stone platforms with dark wooden rim. A gold plaque with names to these displays are here. Each one holding a set of skeletal remains of some form of creature. In between each display is a pillar of deep caramel brown, reaching up to hold now a pill-shaped ceiling. A set of 3 lanterns hang from the ceiling by means of dark, heavy-linked chain in a web-like fashion, reaching down and keeping each lantern held in place as it lights the hall. To the left, these displays seem to hold what look to be bipedal reptilians, small heads with many little sharp teeth. Small arms keep close to the chest of this creature, 3 fingers with claws bent down to the wrist, a long tail that stays stagnant curled around its feet. Which you notice that at the end of each foot is a large hook-like clawed big toe that looks at it could wrap around the throat of a humanoid in but an instant. The plaques that are true gold written into it, carved, you see in common the word Velociraptor. To the right, you see a set of large, winged, skeletal-like birds of sorts. A medium-sized body with a very large wingspan. Each set of wings in thin lining. My bad, read the wrong note there. Pointed up to the pill-shaped roof. The wings nearly reaching 15 feet. The skull of this creature looks quite big and long, almost triangular as it comes out to his snout. A longer protruding horn stretching from the center of the head. The word on these plaques is Pteranodon. Are we having a marching order as you begin to move?
Presumably the same marching order as before, minus Jaros.
Okay, so Aneth's taking the lead.
I'll take the lead.
I would like to be more towards the back.
You're the
in this
barbarian.
marching order. Thank you.
Do you want to be in the
I
back
guess I'll go
still, or
second.
I'm in
You
the
see-
front? You want to be in front with me?
No,
I'll be in the front, I suppose.
Just go. Oh, yeah, love you, buddy.
So the cat hops off of Aneth's shoulder and the one-armed turtle comes back to full size.
Oh, back.
That was interesting. He's gonna shuffle along back behind Aneth.
Jaros could make it out, if anything. Because he's hunted. Oh,
Hey, let's go back and kill it with him.
We have no chance against that.
gonna be meat shields for him, if anything.
Exactly.
Or a distraction.
Holds up care. Dead instantly.
Old man.
With hurt shoulder.
The commander just has to look at you.
Oh, my arthritis is triggered.
Lay prone.
This is it.
No, it's a heart attack. This is how I die.
Goes fetal, waits for...
Waits for death.
Okay. Upon entering this now central area, from coming from what appears to be the left-hand side, you look about. It isn't massive. You do see a light from a larger lantern that hangs from the ceiling by the same system of an almost web-like dark chains is held, but much larger. It lights up this area. A cylindrical-shaped chamber showcasing a center display. Somewhat like the smaller reptiles, but bigger. The skeletal thickness and build making up a much more intimidating skeletal form. The skull holds steady and high in its hulking size. The teeth give a sheen in a dull yellow light. The ribcage and body could hold all of you combined. The tail is frozen in place, curled around the body itself, its tiny arms that are just kept right up against the chest. The shadow of this thing casts in the lamplight stretches across the floor and into the hallway behind you in several different fragmented pieces. The large plaque on the dark wooden trim of this, in common, reads Tyrannosaurus Rex. There's a hallway off to your right, and one leading south, giving you two directions.
How long are these hallways? Like,
each one seems to be about 30, 40 feet.
Pick a path, start looking for the...
At the right hallway, it is... it says simply diseases.
I think that is not the way we want to go.
The path south is unmarked.
Can we see anything down the hallways?
Taking a look south, it seems to open up into a much larger room. than the one right off to your right. The right one seems quiet, a bit dark, but untouched. I think from what you could see looking down the right, you do see thick glass cases holding what look to be mannequins. But nothing besides that.
South then?
Yeah, I guess we head south.
All right.
As you begin walking down the south hall, some of you begin to hear something. There's no displays in this hall. Simply just a flat, undetailed hallway as you begin to walk. The same lanterns lighting the place.
I hope this isn't one of those fucking interactive exhibits.
You do hear you see a figure beginning to walk into the hall. What looks to be almost a UFO-shaped head with one large bulb placed on a metallic head. A round can-like body with appendages slowly stretching and creaking in rust. The top of it seems ripped open. What looks to be just a cracked ball of blue light which dimly lights the front glass, almost cyclops-like dome eye in front. Two small, thin, metallic legs as it just begins walking towards you.
Yeah, I'm like getting out of the way of this thing.
It just stops and lolls forward, staring at you, maybe 5 feet away.
Hi.
Does it make any sort of noise, gestures, some sort of giving off some sort of light?
It just sits there. Like I said, there's a hole ripped out of like the top of the UFO head, and there's like a blue ball that seems cracked, almost made of thick glass. And it is shining now in this glass cyclops-like eye in the front of the head.
Can I make a perception for the surrounding environment?
You're still in the hall.
Yeah.
It's Terminator.
It's kind of
Past
you
that?
up. Sure, make a perception check.
Something had to do this to this thing.
So how big is the hall? Like how wide?
It's about 12, 14 feet.
So it could get around us if it wanted to, but it's just.
You see it like raises a hand. You see 3 small finger-like appendages reaching towards you in what looks to be a circular metallic hand.
13, I'm looking past it to see if there's anything behind it.
Looking past it, it looks to be a much more open, just like long hall of
Can I
the
try to
central
walk?
area.
Can I try to walk around it to see if it does anything?
It just reaches out for you. Just like,
Well, I guess.
Okay.
mm-hmm.
Oh, this could be awesome. Can I?
Come again?
Mm-hmm.
Can I just get close enough for him to reach me? I want to see how this goes. This sounds like a bad idea.
You step up.
That's what I'm thinking.
It just grabs onto your leg. Just looks up at you.
How tiny is this thing?
It's smaller than Aneth. Maybe
Can I pick it up and
3
look at
feet
it?
tall.
Let's fix it. It's adorable.
Yeah.
And if it tries to kill me, I can just crush its head.
No.
If it tries to kill me,
Just pat it.
just
Just start petting it.
Wait,
You're
is
a
this a cat
dog.
or a dog? Am I supposed to
You're
just
a
use
dog.
good
You
boy?
should understand.
What shape does it take?
Yeah.
Like I said, it has like a UFO head.
Is
with
it
a
like
glass case.
humanoid? Or is it like what
it looks to
the-
be
It's Star Wars,
a
he knows the
skeleton. It looks
words.
to be like a standing humanoid of sorts,
So
but
it's a
not.
humanoid.
It's not like taking a human body. It almost looks like just a barrel body with a UFO head.
I ask it if it understands to shake its head
Kara,
up
make
and
an
down.
intelligence check.
Always.
Ask it if it understands us to shake its head up and down. That's not ideal. Are you damaged? Alright, we're
Just
gonna try to fix you.
intelligence?
We're gonna fix you.
Make a history.
History. All right. That's an 11.
11.
Can I try to?
Never mind.
Yeah.
So you can, and it's not squirming in your grass.
Is what did this to you back there? Do you know where we can find parts for you?
It just goes and points at its cracked head. The glass ball within it.
Let me just pull a torch out.
I'm gonna.
I would suggest maybe not touching it so much.
I'm gonna try message upon it, see if I can reach out for any sort of consciousness to speak to, and say,
Can you hear and understand me?
Head hurts.
It appears that you are
Damage.
hurt. What did this to you? How can we help you?
Display fell on head. I cleaned it.
Oh, it's a slave.
it's a janitor bot.
Not anymore. We're freeing this little man.
That's what it reminds me of.
I am going to
Star Wars a little.
turn, look at the party.
I can speak with it somewhat. A display fell upon it by happenstance and damaged it. We can attempt to fix it perhaps, but I know not its construction. It appears to be a cleaning automaton of some sort.
As much as I'd like to help this creature, robot thing, we do have a very big task at hand of finding the rest of our party, and I feel like this may be some sort of distraction.
Could it take us to them?
That is a good question.
That is a good question. Maybe we could also attempt to bring it with us.
Brock,
and
as you're
repair it
holding it,
later.
you do notice that the ball in its head is shifting and turning, the energy within it swirling. It's almost like there's something alive in there.
I would think
This thing
that
seems
we
like a
should
living
take it with
organism.
if we want to fix it. No.
Oh, dude, I'm
At
taking
a
him
very
with us.
base level.
I'm taking him with us.
You're not holding it, are you?
Yeah, he's holding it by the.
It's
metal
not
neck
freaking
as
out.
it's just
I
holding
was
there.
talking to it before you talked to it.
Please put it down. We do not know if it is sturdy at the moment. I do not wish to harm it further.
Slowly just set it down. And I take both my hands. No, I'm just kidding.
We are currently looking for the Tarask exhibit. Would you be able to guide us there?
It just points down the hall to the big room.
And that is where the Tarask head is.
You see that Jesidiah is kind of looking down, peers over the stone.
Just get it away.
Oh. I know what to do. He reaches his hand to the glass ball, and he casts healing word on it.
Oh.
Well, there's a living organism at the base.
The glass seems to uncrack and shift into place. Jesidiah just takes his hand off of it. Steps back, kind of not knowing. The thing's still rusted over.
Turns into an assassin bot.
Just rolls.
The killer janitor.
Tilts forward. Before tilting back up, the light in the glass bulb eye that is right in the front of this UFO-like head and begins to shine, almost like a small flashlight, about 10 feet, spraying across all of you, catching you in its glare. Hello!
It's Wally!
Okay.
I ask him.
Welcome, dirtbags, to this exhibit.
Let's kill him. I'm just kidding.
I love this character already.
I don't know what this little thingy.
He walks up. And who are all you?
Guests. The menagerie.
Did Varkin send you?
A door was left open for us to enter, and so we have.
Good enough.
Well, I mean, this thing obviously doesn't really care. I mean, yeah, it's easier to get past them.
What is your name?
Care.
Barack.
You grab my neck.
For this, you must die.
Meat bag. I would just go. And that thing would be. Yeah.
I shall do it while you are asleep. We shall see which is funnier.
What?
I like
Your
him.
name is boring.
Sure about how bigger balls than me.
It's easy to remember, though.
At least he's honest.
And yours?
We should go back to the animal and give him the robot and have the robot counter all the gold for him.
My name is Bucket.
Fitting him?
So when I got a PLP.
Varkin was drunk when he made me.
That would probably explain a lot.
How does that make you feel?
How long has it been since you've seen Larkin, Bucket?
He does not visit.
Has anybody else come through here recently?
Now he's an absentee dad.
I asked him if anyone else has come through here recently.
A mean orc, along with others, who dropped a bone on my head. I wish to do the same to them.
Oh, let's go, man!
A mean orc.
I didn't drop anything on his neck. Though.
Were you here beforehand?
No. Had to think. I tell him to lead us to the mean orc. Punch him in the face.
No, we need to.
I do not think he is here at the moment.
At the moment, where'd he go?
Bucket does not know.
Bucket, man. You have one job.
We're just heading to the terrace.
All right,
Can
take
you
us
lead
to
us
the
there?
terrace.
Yes.
Primary directive is to walk you through entire museum first.
We're gonna skip
Let's
that.
take a tour.
Can we
Can I do an intimidation check and say no?
bypass
We want
this?
now.
You're going to threaten.
A
A robot.
You see that Jesidiah looks pretty satisfied with himself as he's looking at it.
He's over here like, yeah.
It's a soul orb. Whatever he did to mess with that thing's mind, it's affected him. But that thing,
As he points with his left hand, leaning his staff up against his shell.
used to be a person.
Oh, let's free the person. Give me my hammer.
Bucket does not remember this.
Jesse,
I feel like we can fix him.
is there any way to reverse this?
Afraid not. He's trapped in there, and if we were to break it, it would be to kill him.
Would killing him at least send his essence to its
You see,
rightful
Bucket has
place?
turned around and has begun walking
I
away
grab
with
Bucket.
his rustling
I look
body.
at you. Oh,
Bucket wants life. And is grabbed from behind by the neck. Not again, as he's beginning to be dragged back by Barak.
Brock, no, it's Bucket, it's fine if you want to stay this way. It is not my place to prevent that.
I do not remember much, therefore I only wish to call people dirtbag and see what happens. You are the first to not hit Bucket for saying that.
I just find this very much
Should we
amusing.
just bring it with us?
Yeah.
Well,
Bring Buck, yeah.
Bring
Yes.
the bucket with us.
I just walk away
Bucket,
carrying him.
would you
Bucket
like
would
to
hold
come
book
with us?
and also write down thing for Varkin. I can do
Boom.
the same for you.
Let's get him. I pick him up. You coming with us, amigo?
Always wanted a secretary. I can never read Coil's handwriting.
That's pretty good.
All that would be is just Coil's illiterate. There's just a bunch of literally squiggles.
It's just like paw prints and ink.
You just have to pat him on the head. So good job.
Very good, child.
You did it.
This goes up on the refrigerator.
All we gotta do for Bucket is
That's
buy a
delightful.
Coil. Right.
What the fuck am I looking at?
Why did I sound like? I'm
You see
sorry.
Bucket kind of turns around and he begins walking to the end of the hall. First, I will take you to disease. And he turns back. It has been a minute.
Can we skip that?
Aneth follows him.
Make a persuasion check.
Pick Bucket up.
I pick him up.
He's still walking his
I
rusted
feel like
legs.
we're not going to be the end of it if we don't place those two first.
I won't kill
It's
him.
like when you hold the dog above a
This
bathtub.
is
And it's still going.
12.
12. Prime directive. Full tour.
Can I tell him no? Not
Hey,
full
hey.
You're picking him up by
Bucket,
the neck
Bucket.
again, and his rusted legs are still moving as he's being suspended in the air.
How about we get done what we need to get done first with your assistance, and then we take a tour.
You
Then we'll
lie to
have
him?
the whole group here to go on your tour.
Make a persuasion check.
Am I intimidation check?
That is a 22.
It just stops dead in its track from walking. New prime directive. Set Bucket down.
7 down.
Thank you. Begins walking you back to the main door. Oh, into this main room.
I got like step on here.
As Bucket leads you in, you do look to the right, and it looks to be a small satchel, several different inkwells that have dried out and are poured onto the marble floor,
I was hoping
and
it was
several
gonna be a
different
trap.
pieces of paper that look just to have random scrawlings of half words and not full sentences, as it was at least something that was lonely, attempting to write things out with a broken piece.
I'll laugh.
And you do see what looks to be a shattered glass dome top that would go onto the top of his head, but is broken in several different pieces. And it looks like he has collected them all together, but has not been able to fuse it back to this metal rim.
We scoop it in a bag. We'll fix him later.
You just run up and start scooping the glass into a bag.
Carefully.
Why are you stealing my brain case?
I'm not stealing it, but we're gonna fix it for you. Jeez, let's try to be nice around here.
Do you know how to fix it?
We'll find someone.
I trust him as much as you do, Bucket.
That is very good, as he is the first one I would kill if I was decided to kill you. Sorry, it has been a while. Brain and words.
Say what you mean.
Brain and fist.
As always, your intellect astounds me.
Bucket thanks you.
Bucket, you want to read a book?
Let's get to the Tarask and go find COIL.
Okay. You're now in a much longer and larger room. It stretches out for a few hundred feet, holding much larger displays. At the end of this room, you find a single door. It is large and makes an arching shape, much like the one you entered through as you came into this place. Off to the left, you see the skeletal frame of a large fish, nearly 85 feet end to end. At the front end of this, you see that there are 3 skulls, 3 heads of a fish crammed together, sharing the room of the body, sunken eye sockets, and although not many, this skeleton has long teeth that lines every single head. To the right, you see what looks to be an ogre, but much larger, nearly double the size of what a normal one would be. The skin is darker in shade, a blackish green. The eyes are completely blinded over, fogged, and the teeth are more like long, sharp canines than stubby, round chompers.
It's the butcher's son.
4 large arms protrude from its body. It's monstrous in its size. In the center of this room, however, you see a massive square stage. The wooden square supported by small metal beams installed into the sides of it, holding up this platform that holds onto a huge skull. What looks to be a beast from the previous room, but much larger is what this skull looks like. 3 large eye sockets, like each one of you could take up the entire space of it and some. 2 on either side of the head and 1 in the center of the skull. Above each and every eye, there is a long horn that stretches up and outwards at an angle. The nostrils are small, positioned just over the mouth. The mouth itself sits open and agape. The teeth are long and wide, each tooth looking like the end of a great sword. Its size looks like it could devour part or even a whole building. Within the mouth, you do see a faint glow coming from it. Looking into the mouth, you see circles upon circles upon circles of runes, a deep purple with a red outline, looking constantly active as it vibrates and shines low. As you step onto the stage and look into it, they begin to glow a little bit lighter and brighter.
Those runes are slightly disconcerting. I wish we had Jiros here to tell us if this is the correct portal.
I have led you to the Tarask. Now, main operative, full tour. As it begins to turn around and begin to walk away.
Someone grab it.
No,
Just
grab
leave
it
him
again.
now.
As you
Save
grab
everything
onto its arm, the arm stretches and falls into your
I grab him by the neck!
You grab onto the neck and lift.
I just need to keep grabbing the neck. I don't know why I said I just grab him. I should have said, oh boy.
Grab
Its
him.
right arm is now just hanging in your hand.
I can explain.
The head tilts down to look at its right arm.
We can fix that.
That's
what you get for talking shit.
Ow.
Okay, like,
You're trying to ram the arm back into place.
no. Anybody got a bag of holding we can just put him in?
No, we're just starting out.
You son of a gun. I will kill
I will
you.
pop your other arm off if you say something again.
No, we can't take Bucket with us.
We can?
He's gonna murder you in your sleep.
I don't see a downside to that.
Yeah.
You have a point.
If I die from this, don't even bury me. Just let me there. Bugs will eat me.
Okay, I won't stop him then.
Alright, let's go.
Piss in this bucket.
I would like to see you try.
No, I'm just kidding.
There's something we don't know about Bucket and his capabilities that should best go unknown.
No, it's awesome. We have a tiny
Cast power
assassin.
word kill.
I'm gonna, while they're doing their thing.
He's
I'm gonna
General Grievous, he
inspect
just
You
the
see
grows.
room.
that like its one leg is like trying to kick Brock in the face, but Brock just has him too far out.
I'm just gonna put his arm in my back with his.
Agreed. I'd like to inspect the runes to ensure that this is a
Make an Arcana check.
radical.
You need to
Can I
stop
look
rolling
around?
on
See
you.
if there's any.
I do. It
hidden
appears to bring me bad luck.
doors or
Gravity is a
something.
thing.
There's a door at the end of this room, but you are staring at it. What looks to be teleportation circle in the mouth of this large
What about the
skeletal
side?
Tarask.
What is it? No, that was.
It was an ogre.
Ogre.
13.
You haven't spent a lot of time, especially coming from specifically Sinai. Not a ton of magic is had there to begin with. You're not too familiar with teleportation circles. This looks like one. It looks legitimate and it looks active.
And it looks like this is a Tarask head. I would like to, if I could.
The three-eyed Tarrasque.
Yeah, looking at it, it's a 3-eyed Tarask head.
You want to just throw the bucket in and see what happens?
That will not solve any
Just
of our
he's gone.
Who knows if he could activate it?
In
Bucket feels a slight bit of contempt towards it.
Slight, yes.
We leave.
Overwhelming.
in relation to each other, the teleportation circle on the other door, the teleportation circle is on the left, or is the door on the left?
There's no teleportation circle off to the left. It's in the center stage, in the mouth of the Tarask head.
Yeah. I think so. There was a
within
door
the jaw.
somewhere.
At the very end of this hall.
Oh, okay.
You assume, considering that is not what was suggested, that could be the thing that just plops you out.
That could be the bring back point.
So who wants to go in?
I'm presuming all of us.
Well, yeah. All of us.
Let Bucket grab his things.
Do
Alright,
you
let's
want
go.
to come with us, Bucket?
Who is my new master? As you see it.
This guy.
And
Not
I will
you.
turn towards you.
Jesse, how do you feel about
Absolutely not.
Oh, come on. He has the arm that you don't have. I'm not wrong. 100% here.
Now 2 people are going to kill you in your sleep. I might help them
Make it 4.
Uwe could kill me.
at any time.
How about you, Cal?
I will take this responsibility then.
I give you its head. The brain glass. I give you that.
Are
I give
you
his
my
arm.
new master?
Yes, Bucket. Do you remember my name? I know it's been
You can change
5
his name.
minutes.
My brain is still correlating.
That's fine. That's good. Our current objective is to find a Tabaxi, not much larger than yourself. His name is COIL.
Ha 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 ha. Sorry.
And why was that funny?
My brain is still partially broken.
Can we make him a battle robot? A little battle droid with us?
You do notice looking at it that there are still small cracks and parts of the glass ball that are still not fully there.
I'll try to fix that later.
Once we are no longer in danger, we shall see that you are fixed as best we can.
Thank you. I miss sarcasm.
Every single time we repair him, we add another negative attribute.
Yeah.
Heal him fully. Prime directive. Kill.
He just turns into HK-47.
Beach bag.
Meat bag. Alright,
Well, no time wasting then. I am going to stand on the precipice of the portal and look expectantly to the rest of the party.
I will join him.
Just to confirm, so we went down the right path between the 2 split off?
You
Or
came
what?
in from the left hallway, and then there was a hallway to the right, and then the hallway that led south. You took the hallway that led south into the main large room.
Okay.
At the end of this room, there's a door, and in the center of this room is
Yeah.
a large Trasket with the teleportation circle.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out from where we came from, do we turn right or left is what I was trying to figure out.
He said once you're in the orphanage,
I know.
turn right.
No, just from where we've been so far. So that way I know where we've been to go. So coming in from Greedy Man's
Locket.
we got to the split.
Mm-hmm. And you went south instead of right.
So left.
Technically. You guys came in from the left hallway. Like, it was like this. You came in like this.
Either way, we still turned
So,
left, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
I got through it.
That's what I was just trying to figure out.
It was the southern hallway. So, yes.
Let's
Or,
get the fuck out.
actually, well, if you're coming from the light hallway, it would have been to your right, because there was one off to the right once you're in the central area, but you would have had to turn right specifically.
I'm already directionally challenged
Okay.
as is. Please do not make it worse.
Don't worry.
Well, you're heading in the correct way.
Yes.
I'm just trying to make sure
He's
I
trying
have
to
the-
remember.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure I have the
Yeah.
correct way on here.
I understand.
So I can make it less
In the
confusing.
central hub that had the Tyrannosaurus
Yeah.
Rex, it's almost like a T. And so you were coming from the left of the T.
Okay.
To go right would have led you to the disease, and you went down. So you, Kelsion, turned right along with the group to go down south.
Okay, so we turned right. Okay.
If you had turned left, you would have been at just the wall.
That means we went this way.
Yes. Does that help?
Yes, a
Okay.
bit more.
No problem. Okay, so who's stepping in first?
Your boy.
Barack
Yes, sir.
and Aneth. Okay. Stepping through.
The Kraken just looks at us.
Instantly, as you all begin to walk, you find yourself taking one step onto wood and the next step onto a field of grass. A natural light coming from seemingly nowhere lights this place like a sun would. You look around and find yourself on what seems to be a small island. A field of lively light green grass grows full and healthy, with deep brown chunk of dirt and rock that is underneath you. Looking about, it's a floating island. It floats motionless, with a single house now that sits in the center of this cold chunk of earth. A river seems to flow behind the house, 100 or so feet behind it. There's no point of origin, just an endless run of water flowing from right to the left. The water not falling off an empty space off of this floating island, just continuously moving with no start or end. A warm summer breeze brushes past your skin, the smell of fresh air filling your lungs. This island is surrounded by a bubble-like cube that surrounds the very edges of this world. Translucent, you can't quite see out of it, but there's a sheen of different colors reflecting from it as the sun hits it. You assume this is to keep people from simply just wandering off the edge. You see no immediate doors at the sides of these cubes, of this cube. Just this silent, quiet, and peaceful island. You assume you are standing in the beginning of the orphanage. That's where we're going to take a break.
All right.
Let's go adopt some kids.
Should be the square.
The square.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. There we go. And we're back. What's going on?
Should have said that right there.
Okay.
I won't forget about it.
Sure. And we're back. Continuing on. The house that's in the center of this floating isle is drab and simple. A 2-story house, gray wooden planks overlapping one another, making up the structure and walls to this place. A staircase to the right side of the house leads you to a front porch that runs the entire length of this structure. The door sits on the right side, just lined with the staircase, with a large window that sits on the left side, almost running the entire length. The porch railing and support beams are chipped at some places, looking turned and loose, but still holding steady. Gabled dormers rise out of the shingled roofing, windows that peer out into the field in front of it. The plain, single front door looks old, but the brass doorknob sits almost looking untouched. 2 windows rest on the second story of the sides of the house as you look to it. No real movement. I'd like a perception check made.
Just one person?
Up to 3.
Up to 3 normally. So those who wish to.
Well, I made my last one, so I'll probably not gonna roll this time.
Go for it. My perception is woefully low.
10?
Yeah.
10 for Brock. Okay.
I roll better.
Haha, 3. That one.
Maybe I should have rolled.
Oh,
20.
20, 10, 3.
You were like, no.
You may not have proficiency, but a +5 is higher than almost anyone in the party.
Fair.
No problem. 20?
Yeah.
You do see that within the long, multi-pane window, there looks to be just a small head of hair that dashes past. Up in the front dormer, windows that rises out of the roof, you look and you see what looks to be a small dragonborn head peering out at you. Gold, fleck of blue, and it looks, sees you, and tucks under the window.
Oh, there's the movement inside.
That does not fill me with confidence.
I saw some looked like hair run off and the
Can I go around
Dragon
the back
one.
of the house? See there's a back door?
As you walk to the back of the house, there is 2 windows at the second story of the flat of the back house. Excuse me. in what looks to be a small portico and stairs leading up to just a simple back door right in the center, or off to the left, but near center. Pretty featureless.
Alright, I go back and tell them that that is a back door. What do you guys want to do here?
Let's probably just go through the front door.
Yeah, front door.
As much as it's good to sneak around in places like this, this one might actually not be the place to sneak around.
Plus, I already think one of the occupants here saw us already.
Let's knock on the
Usually,
door.
sneaking around orphanages puts you in the more unpleasant parts of jail. I would advise that we do not.
I second that.
Bucket has no idea what you speak of. Okay. As you begin to walk towards the front door, it opens. You see what looks to be a small boy. Human. Short, brown, messy hair. Wide, blue eyes. Several freckles across his face. Wearing tunic and trousers. Hi?
Have you seen this man?
We're all just staring uncomfortably at this child.
It's your kid.
Where is he?
Feeds away.
Hello, is there a caretaker about?
No, just us.
Oh, one of these ones are definitely gonna be the ones to mess you up. The Batman of kids.
I'm looking for somebody, a friend of mine. He is about your height, a tabaxi. Looks like a cat. Has he been here?
Tully? He kind of leans back. You see coming to the door another child. Pale, white-furred with long white hair, running more off to the right side over the shoulder. Vibrant pink eyes, a small female furbolg. Maybe a little bit taller than the human.
What's up with all these pink eyes?
Yeah, Cameron? Kind of looks over. Oh. Hi?
Hello.
How about we just...
Tully, was it?
She kind of like steps back behind the door and puts her hand on it in preparation to slam it.
I'm like slowly crackle bone, kneel down to try and get more onto their heights as I would when I talk to Coil.
Are you walking like up the porch?
No. I'm if they're like elevated, then I'll only go down a little bit just to be the same height as them.
Okay.
You give an old man
They
groan
are
as you
up
go
on
down.
a porch.
Yeah.
They could take you, man.
Probably.
I'm looking for a friend of mine, as I was telling yours here. A tabaxi boy named Coil.
We don't. There's no Tabaxi.
How many kids are here?
He has a blue cloak.
Are you asking that?
I'm gonna ask how many of you live here. Is this kid high or messed up? Because he don't know what.
She counts on her hand. 9, 10?
Where's the adult here?
Adult?
The only kids here?
I mean, Varkin he hasn't been here. It's been a while.
Do you guys need food or anything? Like, who cooks you guys food?
We're not normally hungry.
I think those are questions that might be less than helpful, unfortunately.
Sorry, got curious.
I'm sorry, who are all you?
My name is Care. These are my friends. They helped me get here.
Some Star Wars.
We are travelers, and I lost my friend, Coil.
And you think he's here?
Yes, he's here somewhere. I do not know.
When's the last time Vargas has been here?
Varkin?
Yeah. Sorry.
No problem. I'm not great at keeping track of time. I don't know. He comes and will take one or two of us, and he'll return them.
Who's the recent one to return?
Me?
Okay.
Where does he take you?
Outside.
I see.
I am going to.
He makes us walk around streets with him. Things like that. Makes us distract guards sometimes.
Bro, we are so
Then he just
taking all
brings
these
us
kids
back.
with us to freedom.
No.
What are you gonna do? Just give him 9 free children as puppets for him?
Right now, we don't understand the full situation.
I am going to cast Locate Objects, looking for COIL's mandolin.
Okay. About 150 feet back in the river.
You're the
Rest in
best.
peace, Coil.
It seems to
Griff
be...
in the chat.
Never mind.
Nanny for the win.
So depressing.
I am going to force a smile.
Thank you for your time. I will go look for him elsewhere then.
Okay.
I'm gonna go around as far as I can around to where I felt the mandolin.
Width length, it's
I'll go with you.
ideally about 250, 300 feet, but end to end from where you started out to the river, even from the house, it looks to be about 150 feet before you reach the river.
Where are you going?
Well, Locate Object lasts for 10 minutes,
Mhm.
so I'm just headed straight towards where the mandolin I felt is.
You begin running. You notice that the river has a bit of an embankment, like a slope down to it. So there's a little bit of a beachhead on either end as you begin sprinting forward. Taking some time to get there.
I'm assuming we're all following you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. 110%.
You begin sprinting and running until you actually begin to see some figures. You see what looks to be a sea elf boy. Black hair, well trimmed and cut, green eyes, and tiny gills growing in on the neck. Along with a sandy, long-haired elven boy. Steel gray eyes. Both of them are holding either arm of a still alive Coil, but attempting to push his head into the river.
Bro, I'm walking over and I'm kicking not the sea elf, I'm kicking the other one straight
You're
into the water.
roughly 40, 50 feet back at this point, beginning to close, as they are holding Coil down. Coil, you can go ahead and make another strength check against these two
Can I do that?
who are holding you.
Can
I have -2 strength. Let's
slope?
go.
Yeah,
But
so
they're
the
also
river
kids, so
hits
they
and
may
it
have
slopes down to a
strength.
small beach side on either side of the river. The river runs the entire length of this thing. They're
Can I
near the center, so you guys are kind of at an angle
Put
to
it 30 feet towards them?
so full, and then use your action and your bonus action. So
Yeah,
you
all the way.
90 feet for you.
I'm using
Wait, how far is he? How far is he?
action.
You got about 40, 50 feet away as you.
Oh,
begin
I'm there.
these deep
Hey kid, you're gone.
I was
4.
gonna say, I'm gonna sprint up and grab one of
15
the
and
kids
10
by
for
the
either
collar.
of them.
Wait, is that a
So
minus
they
2?
grab-
I have -2 the strength. He's just in there like,
He's a child.
this
don't
is
beat him.
this is you in water.
Not
and
just
you just
the
go up a little and back down.
Not just a child. I am the height and weight of an average 3-year-old.
Aw.
How does he even have a chance in this fight? He just
He is not as big as these two kids. The kids maybe look
Bro.
5 and 6 each, but
I'm
they're
gonna
holding
bully
him
the shit
down.
out of the bucket.
Aneth,
Get him.
Aneth and Barak are the first to reach it, as they both can run 90 feet
I grab the
around.
kid and I start motorboating the other one.
So as you run up, what is
Yikes.
your plan? As you run down, your feet
I
hit
grab
what
the
seems to be
fish.
sand.
I grab the other
Bits
one.
of small rocks
I
and pebbles are
motorboat the
surrounding
elf in the water and sand the other one. Alright?
So you-
How's it feel?
So which one are you grabbing? Because there's one on either side
Both.
holding his
I'm
arm.
grabbing both.
You two are reaching at the same time. That's why I'm asking.
Okay.
Oh, who do you
So
want to
you
grab?
grab the kids, I'll grab Coil. I'm
Boom.
grabbing Coil by the armpits and pulling him
Make
back.
an athletics check.
Athletics. I'm gonna fuck these kids up.
As they just annihilate
I feel so
you.
bad. These are kids.
And he was gonna get a court case and like.
Hey, the kids don't have any
13.
parents. Who are they gonna complain to?
Oh my god. Okay. What are those people that go checking on kids? What are they get?
13. CPS.
I'm CPS.
Except you're beating children.
You're C.
Hey.
13, is that what you
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't say I was the best at my job, but I have the job.
They're gonna hold you down underwater.
Yeah.
Low key, the kid grows, and I'm gonna be like, oh, bro, my bad.
Anyway, then I've got Coil by the armpits.
Okay.
So
As
tickling
you,
him?
No, I'm pulling him
as you
away
go to
from
grab,
her.
your hand passes through the small elven boy,
What is this trickery?
who just looks at you and with angry eyes swipes at you with one hand.
Breathe, bitch. Oh. Wait, where's he hit me? Hit him in the face?
Well, he's a child, so he's like maybe up to, above your kneecap, like thigh area. He's tight. Okay. Natural 19 to hit.
Okay, lick my nuts. Alright.
Okay.
Ready for this D4 damage? Wait, why did I go through?
You take 6 points of necrotic damage, and your maximum HP is dropped by that much.
Alright, hang on a sec.
As the hand passes through, you feel cold all of a sudden, and you almost drop.
Alright, my
down
health is
one
at
hand.
27. And can't go higher, but I'm okay with it right now. What about the other kid?
Okay,
Just
you're
like
not
fucking
from
step
Dwarf.
on one of them? I don't care if I die from one. I don't want to die from two children.
Aneth,
Yes.
make a strength check as you're contesting against the two that are holding them down.
Oh, damn.
13.
Okay. You seem to pull away, and what looks to be the sea elf boy like loses his grip on Coil as you pull up. However, the one that take one hand and swipes through Barak like stumbles back, and with his left hand holding onto the other arm of Coil is locked onto him.
Can I kick the child?
Make an attack.
Full hoof.
Oh, now
unarmed
you're
attack.
with me on Beat the Children?
Yeah!
Alright then.
Best
role models.
Oh
shit.
How do I roll an unarmed attack?
Just rolling at your dex. That's your
Okay.
dex base.
Whew, okay. Save or modifier?
Just modifier.
Okay, 11.
11. Your hoof swings through the child's body. Just the hoof sticks out the other end and just goes back to your leg.
Can I pick up the kid? Not the enemy kid.
These are not children. This is something else.
These are demons.
These are children.
Hang on.
You're just bad at your jobs.
You see that the elf who hits you goes, "He wants to be with us. Leave him."
Bet. Can I do a strength check? I'm gonna try to pick him up instead because he's the only object I can grab.
Sure.
Alright.
You're rolling against the elven boy.
Bring it.
Hilariously.
Release him and I'll give you 2 gold.
It's a fucking spirit. What does he need
It's a
2 gold
child.
for? I made 2 gold a day. What'd you get?
I don't know.
20.
20?
20.
Okay. Beat him out. He rolled an 18.
Fuck that kid. If he beat me in a strength check, I'll just, boom, got him, snap my
You
neck.
grab onto Coil at this point. Coil, you are out of the water, no longer drowning. Your mandolin left you as they toss it off of you into the river.
I'm not going to get that.
And
I don't know.
you're picked up by an orc figure that you've seen once before, someone who actually saved you in a fight in the mines not too long ago. As he's kind of holding you in a bear hug.
Don't forget.
The 2 kids are now like standing, looking at you.
I just hold them as high as I can.
Almost ready to pounce at you.
How strong is the current?
Take the kid and run.
The current? It doesn't look that powerful.
That's
It
what I
looks
said,
like
take
just
the
a
kid
slow
and run, not the
moving
kids
river.
with an
It's
S.
almost like it
Yes.
maybe has the power of like a creek. However, it is much wider and deeper.
Cool.
So,
pass
I
Coil
slap
on
you
me.
on her
drop
back
my
and say,
backpack,
get up out of here.
And I dive in to go get the.
Make a perception check.
What was the
It's Dapton
Oh,
running past and
I
diving in,
thought it
he
was
drops
someone
his
else. I was
backpack.
like, oh.
I would like to take Coil from
Yeah.
Brock
just kinda-
and sprint 60 feet and
Okay.
set him down.
Whoa.
I'm keeping eyes on the kids.
Okay.
Is Care there at the moment? Are you there?
I imagine we'd all be trying to get to where this altercation was happening.
Yes,
It's
so
just
I'm
that
meeting
you two are
you.
the first to get
I'm
here.
meeting you halfway.
You guys are
with
catching
your
up at
child.
this point. What is your perception check?
18.
I'd like everyone to roll initiative.
Hey, we're fighting
You're gonna
children.
sing too.
Okay. having initiative rolls ready.
About 35 squares.
35 squares. So, in feet.
Times 5.
165.
Okay. So you guys will pretty much have to run a
Yes.
length and a half.
175.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Times 35.
And 2, 5 times 3 is
Yeah, because I.
so it's 17.
Yep, it's
so then
75.
175.
175.
175. Okay.
I was about to
So
say,
about-
if you guys said I'm wrong, I have a
No,
calculator.
because it's 5 times 3 and then
No,
you have the 2
yeah.
from 5 times 5.
You guys are roughly running the full length and a quarter to get to the right side. 25 to 20 in initiative.
23.
21.
Okay. Rolling initiative for them. Okay. So, KELSION starting us off, followed by DATH'TAN.
Wait, where's Uguay?
Those guys are the enemies. Where's the D6 I was using to mark it? Oh,
Sorry.
there it is.
It was in
These
my.
ones. No problem.
24 hours?
Yeah, they have
I did not know that.
certain sections closed down.
Wow.
Like most. 24
Yeah, guys,
hours,
we're going
but
grocery shopping.
overall,
Yeah.
yeah.
20 to 15.
We're not sponsored, by the way.
Yeah, I know. 15? Okay. In that case.
Hey, guys, what did you roll?
I used to go to Higgins.
What did you roll?
Because they had a
11.
Okay, I'm not quite there yet. don't worry.
I was trying to help you,
they had a
No problem.
really nice 2 entree
but now I can help you.
rice bowl.
15 to 10.
13,
So,
11, 10.
so
Second, where'd my transfer?
Barak.
All your cider needs.
What does your guys look like?
Yeah.
1 a.m.
Aneth. Looking at COIL, he is not moving.
Oh.
CPR! Staying alive.
So I didn't need to roll initiative.
Range.
She plays that someone else does it.
You're not
I
dead.
need a cleric!
You are unconscious with one check failed.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to get your attention, so be prepared.
Did you do it?
If you didn't see me run past you with an unconscious child.
That sucks though, because I rolled and I got nat 18.
Well, I had already gone past that.
Yeah, I was trying to find my dice.
Okay. 10 to 5? Okay, I think that's everyone then.
We all look around.
Is
Negative.
there anyone 5 to 1? I think everyone's been rolled here. Yeah.
You said yours, yeah?
I got a 10.
Yeah, I already have you. Hilariously, Jesediah is going before you.
I'm gonna die. I'm so gonna die.
Here's the turtle.
It's 2 to Constitution as well.
KELSION, you go first.
Well, I guess I'm running after the Satyr carrying an unconscious child.
Okay.
Everything.
I just need to get within 30 feet, hopefully.
30s would be ready.
You guys are technically sharing the same square.
Yeah.
So you need to go one more.
Well, he's at
30
30
max.
feet right here.
Oh, I'm
Where did
tripping.
you put, where's Karen?
Cares by Anna.
Oh, no, that doesn't apply to.
No, that's COIL.
Oh, sorry.
Hold
There's
on.
here.
5, 10,
I thought you were running back to
15,
where I was
20,
when I was catching up to you.
25, 30.
So this is technically where you guys are at from the starting point.
Gotcha.
It's not like one end of the river. I set you because I knew you guys would be running right. So I sent the map.
Wait, what's the
So it would look
which way's the current going?
from right to left. So coming this way.
I
Opposite
am
direction.
It's
in
going the other way. I was
fighting
just gonna
mode.
jump
Like,
in and let
it's
the
not-
water
It
take
is
me.
not powerful at all. You can feel that, like, if you were to just go limp, it would begin to carry you, but that would literally be the only reason.
Dang,
However, it is about
Oh,
8,
60
9
feet.
feet.
Okay.
That's fine.
60 feet, not.
Okay.
And at this point, you do see the mandolin and have begun swimming to it.
Yeah. So, because it is 60 feet, I'm in range. I'll cast Healing Word on COIL.
So go ahead and heal him because he's technically at 0.
7 HP for you.
So, Coil, you come back with 7 hit points. And as you hold the unconscious small Tabaxi figure, wet and damp, the fur just like soaked against you and against its own armor and clothing, water begins to spittle out and be coughed up by the small tabaxi, and the large eyes kind of open and move around until locking onto you.
Hello, Coil. Good to see you're not dead.
I'm gonna give her just the tightest hug I can.
He grabs against you, the sopping wet fur kind of brushing up against your face and body.
I've got you like in a death grip.
He's trying not to break down, but he's already failing.
It's okay to cry, but we gotta get away from those kids.
Definitely. You see the mandolin stuck in the bottom sand of the river.
Swimming down to it.
You swim down.
I'll be fine.
You grab onto it.
Can I easily pick it up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pull it free.
Swimming back towards my bag.
Okay, I don't believe you have swim speed,
No,
so
I do
your
not.
movement is halved even in water.
You're gonna die to the sea.
So I'll say that you could pop out either here, here, or here, but that would be the
bag
extent
would
of your movement.
Probably be on this square here.
So the closest you could get is over here.
Yeah.
So you pop out. You see the small, dark-haired half-elf boy turn and look at you as you come back with the mandolin in your arm. He looks like a kid who's about to explode in a fit more than anything else.
Boo-hoo.
Give me a
Don't
binky and
try
I'll
it.
shove it in his mouth.
Dark-haired half-elf and a sea elf that are apparently working together. Where's the rest of the group? Why do you keep these clothes on?
Okay, we didn't have a pink
It is now
white fur bulk in our
the blonde-haired elf's
We
turn.
have doppelgangers.
Oh my god.
That's him.
Right.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
Why is he so fast?
He just begins.
Well, he's got a movement speed of 25. He dashed.
No, he's a ghost. It's magic bullshit. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I figured he dashed.
The child zips in a blink of an eye is past you, Kelsion.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
You do. He is actually going to dash up to you, though, not past you.
So I don't get the attack of opportunity.
No.
Shit.
Natural 19.
Fuck.
Plus 3 to hit, so 22.
Yeah, that hurts.
Okay. You take a d6 plus 1. 3 points of necrotic damage, and your maximum HP is dropped by that much.
Okay.
Why are you panicking? If we hit these
And he
kids,
goes,
they're knocked
he
out.
stays.
Says who?
I'm an adult.
Okay. Aneth.
Sprinting, movement speed of 30 feet. So we're gonna go.
So if you're carrying someone, it is half speed.
Oh, dang.
That is
okay.
how it goes. When
I'm
it's
still gonna
for
sprint
30
though.
feet.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I don't like the fact that the child is gaining on me.
As you begin to run, you are trying to be careful. It's not like it's bearing you down, but considering you're not that strong and you're trying to make sure that coil isn't slipping out of your grasp or freaking out too much, you're just trying to run in comfort at the same time, which is distracting you from running your full speed, but you do get there. I believe because you have your rogue bonus action, especially at level 3, that you can take a bonus action to dash, so you can move another 15.
I would love to do that.
So yeah, you can move another 15.
5, 10, 15.
Okay.
And our objective is over here someplace?
Yes, you would pretty much, so once you run to the end, I'm probably going to plop you there and keep you running, because it's going to be like a time and a half of running before you're at the wall.
Okay.
And so I'll keep in mind that once you hit there, you are technically off this base map. But
And then I would like to glance over my shoulder and yell, "Keep the children at bay." You know. Don't let
Sure
them
thing.
catch us.
What do you think we're doing?
Well, one's already gotten past you.
You still within melee range?
That kid just like.
Not for long.
He's taking more notes, guys.
there we go.
Lovely.
Don't worry about it.
I will worry
I'm
about it.
worrying.
Anytime you
Brock.
say that, it makes me worry.
It's your boy's turn.
Then I'm doing something right.
Can you be a bit more friendly then?
Throw the child to the other side of the bank.
There's a sea elf. Being on the other side of a river won't matter.
Hey, it'll slow him down ever so slightly.
Also, he
Probably
just
has
floated.
a swim speed.
The sea elf did not float.
The
dash towards him. You know, the bonus
Okay,
action.
using your bonus action.
And then I'm just gonna.
Okay. Has his reaction, instead of an attack of opportunity, he's going to make a charisma save.
Hell yeah. What the? It went from 14 to 6. Save?
Dice.
Yeah.
So, big ol' 8, amigo.
As Barak begins running, this this
I knew I
Kyle,
should have just turned into the wolf and ran away.
long blonde hair goes, says who? Says me. And he zips into Barak, and Barak stops dead in his tracks.
Can I fight myself?
Barak,
Yeah, buddy boy.
this is you.
Oh, shit.
You used your action to run as you went past. You stop, turn around, walk right up to Kelsian. Go ahead and make one attack against him. No, he used his bonus action to do an aggressive movement up and then was using his normal movement. Natural 20. Okay.
You know what? Not gonna heal you anymore. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, like this is my fault.
Okay. So as he walks up, he uses his warhammer and swings across. You not even really understanding what happened in such a quick blink of an eye. You don't even have the reaction time. Your guard down.
Dude, I rolled a D8 plus.
Double the 16.
And it's an 8 plus.
You're not
6.
raging.
No, it's 1d8 plus 6. I rolled an 8.
Well, yeah, but you're not raging, so no rage damage.
Yeah.
So 16.
This is two-handed though.
Two-handed.
Two-handed. It's a warhammer.
Well,
you think I'm gonna hit him with one hand?
You can do one or two-handed. You rolled a D8, which meant one hand.
I'm gonna do one hand.
So it's not a D10, it's a D8.
Yeah.
So 22 points of damage.
I'm not trying, man. I'm sorry. As I beat the
As
shit
he-
out of our only cleric.
Against Kelsion's head, he
I
staggers
blame
back
Amy.
and just catches
You
himself.
gave me this bad luck. Anytime we have to hit a friend, now 20 rolls. Man.
As you get smacked,
What if I
you
was
look,
raging?
and you see
If
that
this is two-handed, he would be
his
fucking
eyes seem to
dead.
be taking now the silver eyes of the elf boy as he goes, "You want to say that again?"
Listen, I got no hard feelings if you just hit me with whatever you got.
I knocked you out once. I don't want to have to do it again.
No, technically you didn't knock me out. You let someone kill me. You know,
Amy.
I'm not trying to be
You're good
the
at this.
the bad news to this situation, but you guys let it happen, so this is kind of karma.
Care.
Amy, you're good at this. Come over.
Wait,
here.
Care.
what am I? What was I trying to fight?
I
don't know.
You're just staying there.
Oh shit.
You look over and you see that Brock just turns, steps up, and against Kelsion. The entire left side of Kelsion's head is just smashed into one direction. Blood is already beginning to trickle, and the rusted-haired tiefling is like looking up in panic and
Where's the way?
not fear, but all of a sudden is like delirious and attempting to gain his ground again.
The other spirit.
Fucking
is still
worried
pretty
about-
close
what's
to
your
me,
health
yes.
This other
You better
dark-haired
fucking
boy
worry
is
about
like
that.
turned his look
I am.
to
That's why I'm
the
not
green
hitting you
tiefling.
two-handed and raging.
I know. I need to know what your wisdom is.
I'm going to
Save or
cast
just what it
Mind
is?
Sliver upon the
13. It's a
spirit.
plus 1 to eat.
Okay.
So it's
It's
modifier.
intelligence save?
It's
What's your health?
Okay,
save.
I'll be fine.
What's your health?
7, fail.
Ow. All right.
What's your health?
12 from 37.
I would just punch you.
That depends on
The damage is flying.
Damage is not worth trying to find the die. 3.
You want to just roll the dice, please?
4. 10.
Oh.
It's psychic.
Okay. As you create once again this small sliver that only you are aware of, you throw it right at this small dark sea elf boy. It strikes him and he falls right down onto his knees.
Oh, dude. Low key, I'm laughing in my head if I saw that.
He barely stands back up. Looks to DATH'TAN. And he begins to look scared.
Why is yours a sussy and this one have giant balls?
Okay. Kara, is that what you're doing, or is that
was
just your
my
bonus?
bonus action
Mhm.
as a cantrip.
You might want to make action back.
Is he adjacent to me?
He's not like right on top of you. He
Okay.
seems to be in between SAAKA and DATH'TAN.
Oh, good. And
You see that he is looking in between DATH'TAN and SAAKA in a panic.
I look to
Trying to pick up my bag.
ANETH and the unconscious coil that she is carrying.
Conscious.
Well,
Yeah.
last time I saw him, he was.
You see that he is like holding his eyes wide around the neck of ANETH, who's running away.
I mind spike the child.
Okay, so save on his
What
part.
is up with you and instantly destroying kids?
Good.
The last campaign.
It's wisdom with a 1d4.
Wisdom
negative-
save?
Wisdom save. It's a negative 1d4.
Holy shit, he's gonna kill him.
Well, this would be his second seal.
Okay. He would have made the save, but he had a 3 on his d4, so it takes it under your 14 DC.
It's a spirit. It needs to be dispelled. Oh goodness. It's not very good.
Oh no.
11, 17.
17. The kid just falls down, holding onto his head. He seems to be attempting to yell, but nothing's coming out, and then he just poofs. Puff of smoke.
They are spirits. Do not let them and their appearance defeat you.
Cool, bro. That's cool.
To everyone in the audience, have you seen the movie Scanners? That is exactly what just happened right now.
I'm gonna move 30 feet towards Anna with my movement.
15, 20, 25, 30. I don't think you'd want to go near Brock.
Not exactly
Yeah.
next to Brock, perhaps.
20, 25, 30.
Thank you.
So you begin running off to the right of the situation, seeing KELSION and wanting to do something, but believing it's probably not the best to be right up next to the angry orc.
No, that would not be my wisest move.
Okay. It is Jessadiah's turn.
Killing children.
5, 10, 15, 20. Action. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Fair enough.
He casts Healing Word at first level to KELSION. 8. So he goes, "You got it." Begins walking past.
You got it. Good luck, Cleric.
Okay. After Jessadiah's turn, SAAKA.
Okay.
You look and you see Barak smack KELSION across the head. Jessadiah runs past, seemingly giving him a small cure. Yeah. 20 feet around for Jesse.
He's like speed walking.
Just go.
Yeah, he's more like...
SAAKA hesitates because she realizes that the only thing that she can do is go Kelso, but she's very hesitant to do so.
And when you are healed, your hit points return. By the way. So your maximum is now not reduced.
So we're killing children.
Spirit, go help them.
Okay, so
They are not real children.
Okay, so I'll flank Brock with Kelsian. Flank Brock. I don't find that. Oh my goodness gracious! Can she attempt to like grapple him?
Yeah, as one of your attacks. It would be your only attack, but yeah.
That is fine. Because
So,
I'm assuming he's
make an
facing-
athletics check. Make an athletics check.
'cause I'm assuming he's facing Calcion.
He is.
So can I just bear hug him?
It's
even
an
though he's
athletics check.
bigger than-
Yes, he is larger than you and still quite strong. Are you raging?
What is that? No, I'm not.
You can get advantage on athletics.
No, thank you.
Okay.
17 plus 7, 24.
What did you get on your athletics?
21. I rolled a 13 plus 8.
Okay.
Okay, never mind.
So you bear hug him, and as he's like
Yeah,
going for
break
another
her
swing,
nose.
you grab it, and he's now like fighting and punching and pushing against his shoulder, just trying to flex you off. But you're holding on and almost lifting him into the air. His tiptoes are the only thing staying on the ground, just trying to keep him from swinging down once
How
again
this
on
is gonna go? The
Kelsion.
whole party runs up. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Rock, snap out of it.
Okay.
Can I fight this kid in my head? Just
The sea elf boy is dead. It's now
That's all I can do.
dashing the full 100 from the house.
the other kid. We should have killed the kid.
You see a small golden dragonborn female, a blue scale on her head that's sticking out, much larger and longer than the other scales on her head, as she begins sprinting.
We should have just did it. Went all Star Wars on these kids. House, I snapping necks.
That's that turn. Okay, Kelsion. Kelsion.
I know. Just thinking.
Indeed.
Okay.
There is a large orc just looking like he's about to go into a full-fledged rage, with SAAKA barely picking him up, almost
Don't
fully
do
in
splash
the air.
damage.
I've got healing spells, so I'll get you up right after.
Okay. I thought he was gonna be like, whip out the book.
I'm going to attack with Autumn's Fallacy.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Okay. Roll damage. You're not
We'll
raging.
find out. We'll find out. I know. I was just thinking of something else. You know, coming back.
16 plus 6. So
24.
24.
22.
My bad. I just
Oh.
realized that too.
Yeah. 22.
Okay. So you take 10 points of damage, Barak. As you stab into Barak square in the chest, you see almost this illusionary light poof and explode from his form as you hear a scream from a small boy. Nothing follows,
Hit me
nothing
again!
exits. Barak, you're back and being bear hugged by SAAKA from behind,
Are you good
almost
now?
lifted.
Yes. I'm just gonna shake my head yes. Right? I feel good?
I
Yeah,
think
you're
we're
fine.
okay. I guess let him go.
She drops on the floor.
Okay, so now
Okay,
I guess.
so where did that child go? Is he dead? Good. We have another one.
Okay, I'm going to run.
They mentioned 9 or 10.
Run with a full 30 towards ANETH.
30.
Yeah, I've got the signal. I'm going to cast
Vaisal is no
Sanctuary
more.
on myself.
Murdering children.
Murder
Sanctuary,
children.
understood.
Is that how you sleep at night? Children?
And I'm going to cast Sanctuary on myself.
Fair enough.
They're just all halflings.
Yeah, they're all evil halflings.
They're
Yeah,
all
no more
either halflings or
children I am.
gnomes. With minor, with disguise self.
Halflings aren't humans. They don't deserve life.
And then I set you down.
You're just a huge racist against short people.
So I'm gonna take
For
my next
future
turn.
reference, what would you say would activate first? Sanctuary or mirrored image if both effects were applied to one person?
It would be Sanctuary first, because to make the attack, the person has to make the Wisdom save,
No, you
and then it would be on the person's copy to react to the attack. So it would be Sanctuary Mirror Image.
Okay.
And you have both up, or just?
No, I just have
Okay.
Sanctuary.
Okay. As
It's
far as
for
I know, you
future
don't have
reference.
Sanctuary. Understood. But that's what would make sense, because the person themselves have to be like, and go,
Okay.
and then afterwards it would be up to your duplicate, not vice versa.
I'm gonna be a shield.
Okay.
What's up, Owen?
DATH'TAN.
I guess I make it to shore
pick up my
But she's carrying
backpack.
a
That's
quill.
what, 5 feet?
So
Yeah,
15 plus
you
15 plus 15.
grab on
Yeah,
something.
What if you set Quail down so he can run now?
Okay,
That way you
yeah.
both run
It doesn't take an action to pick up an item once it's on the ground. So you
Evil out.
run, grab onto your backpack, sling it over one shoulder. Thief is like bound.
She jumps in your lap and says,
Move to be 30 to there, and then action.
Imagine being outpaced by a 3'1" child.
I mean, we are by 3.
Child's
I believe you.
ancestors are, masters of the.
Okay, so I know that was a thing, but I didn't know that was.
One just get a natural boost.
Yeah, when in darkness plus 10.
I set Coil down. He's like, "You want to see some real
Really?
steam?"
Interesting. Okay. Sweet.
And then he's gone.
He's the kid off for Incredible.
So you just begin
Gotta go
running,
fast.
thief in your backpack.
Dust cloud.
Jessica is like, hey, you just run past him.
Oh, while I run past Jessica, I turn into something faster.
I can only do. Never mind.
As you just begin running past. For him, you're just like, turn something faster, and you're just gone. Okay. Aneth,
Yes.
your turn. Lowen is dead.
Okay. I'm using.
This kid's got like 12 HP.
I'm sprinting, so 5.
Doesn't matter.
10,
Yeah.
15, 20, 25, 30. And then I'm dashing as my rogue action.
Okay.
5, 10, 15. And I'm putting Coil down.
Okay. You run. Set him down.
And then I am drawing my crossbow and I am turning around.
Okay.
That is my action.
Sure thing. Barak,
Yeah, boss.
you're being held. Your hammer is in your hand, but like down by your waist.
I tell her to let me go.
So yeah, just use your free action. How do you phrase it?
Put me down, I'm fine.
SAAKA kills him for saying
You really?
You want to find out?
That's
Just lets him go. With a little force.
Is that my action or bonus action?
That was your free action to set it, right?
Free action to say something.
Oh. I'm gonna turn into the wolf.
Okay. That is your action. You
And then my can I still for the bonus action move my feet toward the foe?
Well,
is it the 60?
feet. Your movement speed isn't an action or bonus action. That's just something you get. So you now have 50 feet on you. So
Right,
where are you going?
Let's get it.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And if you look over and you see a large black dire wolf,
I'm
crisp
gonna eat
emerald
this
green
child.
Eyes just sprinting right at this small dragonborn.
Can I howl
I
at
give a
him?
cheer.
Intimidation check? Try to scare the kid away.
That would have been an action to do something like that.
This child.
Alright, okay. I'm okay with this.
Okay.
So many books.
So
many books.
all about
Care.
Voodoo
Yo.
Your turn.
already. All right, I would like.
Rock is released, turns into a wolf, and begins sprinting towards the nearest new child that is running up to you.
We need to escape.
Yeah. In my defense, where I was and where I am now, I'm still further ahead. But closer to an enemy.
Can you even interact with it physically?
About to find out my next turn.
I guess beeline this way, 60 feet.
I need to make a d20 roll. Okay.
That was
And
50
then-
feet.
I don't like that.
We're dead.
And then the crack
What you doing, Care?
I guess yelling off to the new incoming one.
Don't come any closer. The Tabaxi is ours.
That's my turn.
The kid's like, okay.
The kid.
And walks back
The
inside.
kid looks at you and goes, Peter Swarm.
Yeah, of course.
Powerful word kill.
Actually, I will do that via message with my bonus action instead of just saying it.
Well, saying it's free action.
Yeah, but if I'm not going to use my bonus action anyway, I might as well
Okay,
make
sure.
certain they
You-
hear me.
Point at it, say the message, no response.
Gotcha.
Okay. Jessadiah's turn. He's wanting to save his last wild shape for the day. And 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20.
Come on, slowpokes.
Begins quickly marching, lumbering side to side.
The turtle wins the race.
Coil, what is your initiative? Because you are technically awake. So as you're set down, this is going to be kind of... Well, you said natural 18, so what's your dex? I'll let you run with that.
Okay, cool. It was, I believe...
23.
23, yeah. So that actually puts you over DATH'TAN tied with KELSION.
Whose dex is higher?
Yeah, that's a good question. Whose dex is higher? KELSION or...
My assumption is the child.
I have a dex
Plus 5 or?
plus 5.
Oh yeah, yours is higher.
Okay, so KELSION will still go first. He got like 4
By
20s
1
while
point.
rolling his stats.
I rolled 3 and then with racial bonuses,
You have
I can
A
boost
fourth.
up 1 more.
of course. All right. Anyways, SAAKA, your turn. You let go of Barak, and he turns into a large direwolf form and begins running towards the new child.
I guess I'll just start following Brock, and I'll use my action to dash.
How many movement?
60,
Yeah.
30, and 30. The direwolf and the large half-orc begin sprinting towards the ghost.
One of you two are going to get possessed again.
That's why I have my crossbow ready.
How close is the child?
10 feet?
10 feet from you.
I'm just gonna actually not be so close. I'm gonna go over there.
So you run and you
Catch up.
with Barak. Okay. After SAAKA. See here. You see the small brown-haired boy that you first saw upon opening the door to the front of the house. That's his full term, but he moves and dashes.
We should have killed the kid.
He looks about and does not see the other two amongst them, and you see that his face kind of drops.
Yeah, we killed him.
Like the rest of them.
Nala's turn. Small golden dragonborn. This is where it's going to come into a roll. One. Can I borrow a d4?
No.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Fuck.
Barak,
Yeah, boss.
Oh no.
make a charisma save.
9.
The child
Enthusiasm, love it.
dashes towards the large dog,
She's gonna be a dog?
Yeah,
You
you're
were
a
in
dog
wolf
right now.
form.
and Barak once again stops.
You're really susceptible to getting
I just keep rolling such low
Should
numbers.
not charge the enemy.
Hey, good distraction. What are you guys doing? All
It's
running?
not a good distraction if you end up wheeling around
Top of the round.
killing us.
KELSION.
I only almost killed you.
Do something smart, Kels.
Well,
Wait, so what happened to the other child? Sorry, I was not.
This one's here. This one, the other one's in here.
The
again.
one that you just rolled for?
You just saw this small gold
I'm
dragonborn dash
sorry.
into the wolf, and the wolf.
I don't.
She gonna look at me? Who's a good boy?
I'm not hitting you.
you can return this to me later. I'm going to
Where are you?
move up to where I'm within 20 feet of Brock. I should have enough movement to do that.
Yeah. Your full movement.
Okay. And
You run. Yeah, you do see this in your peripheral. Pretty high passive perception.
you're going to have to return this to me later, but I'm going to throw a spear at you.
I'm gonna just pull that out real quick.
You're in wolf.
I can still pull it out.
What's your AC as the wolf?
Depends on what you get.
Yeah.
Natural 20. Okay.
Where is it? Oh, 14.
14. So yeah, natural 20 most definitely hits. And it's non-magical, so this does not damage the child. So just go ahead and roll the damage.
That's not a bad thing. Knocks me out. You're right.
8 damage total.
Double the dice.
Yeah, that was. I rolled a 3. Double to 6 plus 2.
Okay. 8 damage. Thrown into you. You see that stuck in the armpit area of this wolf, and it's now walking weird.
Oh, your boy slowed me down.
You hear a loud yip come from the wolf as it now is just kind of tendering one leg.
I look at Kelsey. I don't look at.
I give the baby
Do
face.
I-
Don't kill me.
So I knew that the child went.
You saw it, yes. And your intelligence is not in the negatives.
You don't have a magical weapon, do you?
Back at it
We're
again.
doomed.
Okay. After your turn, Kelsion. Coil.
I'm going to, alongside Aneth, use my action to book it.
Okay.
He's gone.
So
And then I'm going to do feline agility and book
5,
it more.
10. So he starts in the middle, but we know he's out of the map. 15, 20, 25, 30, 40,
And the math would be
50.
50.
50, 55, 60. I'm tired.
And
No
he's
worries.
using
feline agility. So
feline agility double his speed. So at this point, you are at the wall of the cube. As you begin to run towards it, you see that a part of it, especially the one you're running to, begins to swirl, and it begins to open up into a large circular door. The shining light that normally is used to with this plane, or with this thing, is now open. And it just sits,
Fighting ghost
waiting.
children.
What if the name of this next place is anything you say?
What you doing, Coil?
Go through the door. Actually, no. First, I'm gonna turn to Aneth and ask.
Aneth is at this point
Like
near 80 feet behind you.
Well, yell. Is this the right door?
Tell the kid to wait.
Yes, but stay there. We want to go in as a group.
Okay. I stay there.
Okay. DATH'TAN. 60 feet. Yep. Just as I was like, hey, just run past again. At this point, you two are in a foot race.
60. Yeah.
You and the turtle.
Okay. Is that your turn? You have a bonus action. Or a free action if you just want to yell something.
Get to the chopper. Can you yell that?
Nothing?
Nope.
You're fine.
Yep.
Can't do anything.
Aneth.
Yep, I am. Sprint dash.
Okay.
5, 10, 15. 20.
Probably lined up with Care.
Oh, care? Okay.
Yeah.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
So you guys are now just 5 feet from this large open door. It's maybe like close to 10 feet wide. It looks like 2 of you could go in at a time as you run.
And then I've got my crossbow ready in case any of the
You
kids
turn.
come within range.
Your hoof digs into the dirt and stone, and you grind it in, trying to get yourself a good foothold so you don't slide upon shooting. You aim the crossbow, waiting. Okay. Rook.
Yeah.
I need you.
I don't like it when you say I need you.
I'll do it.
Oh,
5,
yeah.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Do I get a...
Attack of opportunity. If you wish to take it.
Do
You
it.
should.
Do it.
Do it.
I should have taken the. I should have thrown the dagger, nothing.
Yeah.
I thought it was just any damage. I'm like, you can turn this.
Any scene of physical violence. You weren't there to witness it, but at least Aneth and Barak saw that any normal physical violence was just passing right through them. But spells and a magic dagger.
I don't have magic spells.
Hey, something to change when you level up.
Cool. Maybe. Magic sword. Normally I would rely on the other cleric to be my better half of spell.
To be fair though, you
damage
haven't
spells.
tested this. You've just seen people are attacking people.
Well, that's also if I add 5%.
Oh shit.
Or if I try to.
Well, I'm saying your longsword of madness.
Yeah.
It's not a +1, but it counts as magical.
Either,
I know.
either you knock him out,
I know.
or he kills him.
Take the attack.
I got a question. For pack tactics, how does that work when with
Take
like
the
within
attack!
It's people who are on your side.
What about
Yes.
this thing?
Take
Does
the
it
attack.
automatically?
No. No, because nothing's countering.
Just hit him.
You can just go for a punch if you just want to punch him.
If I'm gonna hit him, I'm gonna make it hurt.
You see that SAAKA is like, make your decision now. Are you hitting him or are you not? You can't sit here 6 seconds in a round. You're not sitting and
She'll
talking
hit
for
him.
minutes to yourself. Okay.
She'll hit him, but it visibly.
You see that she's
That's
like,
that one.
She rolls a nat 20.
she doesn't instantly go for the blade. She hesitates before she grabs,
That's a
swings.
It probably doesn't hit. It's only a 13. Or
Are you, well, you're not raging, so you
No, I'm
can't go
not.
reckless.
No.
So 13, AC's 14, so misses. The hesitation and the slow beginning, the wolf's too quick. As she finally decides and swings down, she swings more at the tail of the wolf that simply just tucks low. And tries with a pounce to attack Care. Make your one attack. Make it a bite.
This guy. Oh no.
Rest in peace.
20.
Natural 20.
No, 15
No.
plus 5.
Okay. I got scared. I'm like, what is with you guys killing one another?
Okay, how much am I taking?
Boost. This is a 2d6, right?
Yep.
I need to know this. Oh, okay, that's not bad.
I believe
Anything's
+2,
bad for a
+3.
wizard.
+3.
So 7 points of damage.
That is
As
half
it
my health.
jumps, it bites into your
You
shoulder.
need to make a
You
strength
push
check.
up with, and as it clamps down, it bites onto your injured shoulder, and you feel a pop.
Oh.
You punch it right in the nose and in the snout, and it's enough with this already injured wolf. You actually grab onto the spear and tilt back, and you hear it yip and almost moan in pain as the wolf drops off of you, looking. Its eyes are the same color as the child's, however, and its
You need to
intent
make a
is now
saving
anger.
strength save.
8 minus 1.
Okay, you're a thrown or you're knocked prone.
No, that's not the part. I'm leaving that part out.
Oh,
Okay.
I wasn't gonna make you do it. It was just
thank
for the
you. I was like,
damage.
man, that's so rude.
No,
Trying to run away, just knock him prone.
don't worry about that.
All right, cool, guys.
This is still a child possessing a body. It doesn't quite know everything about it.
Good.
After Brock's turn, Care, it is your turn. As you're holding on now to what is a limp and loose arm, you only have one arm really to use, as it is in pain. You can move it, but it is extremely difficult.
So using the other arm with like the spear embedded, just kind of like push you off for just a moment. Looking into the child's eyes that are set in your eye sockets,
I have a bad
I
feeling about
mind
this.
sliver you.
Oh, I thought you could eye
Okay.
gouge. That's what
Natural
I thought.
18.
All right, and then I can't move away because you're gonna hit me instead. I'm going to use my main action to
Interesting how one ability can change a battlefield.
yeah.
Especially this since I have the speed.
Interesting how one ability of someone who never learns can change your battlefield.
I will mind sliver you again because that's all I can accomplish at this point in time.
6.
All right.
Oh, it just does.
That is 8 points of psychic.
8 points of psychic. Okay, the wolf almost crumples to the ground. You take no damage.
Yo, boy.
As it just shakes its head and looks back up.
Leave him and leave us.
Dude, I am gone.
Okay.
Right when it's my turn.
Stays within the body.
What? It stays in me?
Yep. Makes a constitution check.
You should have hit him harder.
At advantage, but. D4 on its ability check, right?
It is a saving throw.
Okay. So yeah, not a check.
Yep.
Okay.
It's only to the child.
But any extra residual damage carries over.
Whatever. What are you doing?
If I move, I'm going to take an attack of opportunity, yeah?
You figure.
Yeah, I'm going to stand my ground for the moment.
Okay.
This old man.
You see that he's holding on to his shoulder now, just staring down at the large, dire wolf, pretty much the size of him.
I'm a large beast, but boy.
Okay.
That's all I can do.
Sure thing.
Oh, God.
Jesse
Okay.
turns into a ram once again.
Oh, it's 10.
15, 20. A goat. A large goat. He's going to make a ram attack.
Get it.
2. Leaps forward to jump, and the wolf, seeing it, steps back. They are now technically kind of in the same square now as the goat's just standing in front of it. It only has a single attack. Yeah. As the ram is, this goat is now in between yourself, Care, and the wolf. It's kind of like shielding you.
Thank you.
SAAKA.
Okay, so
You look over and you see now a three-legged ram goat standing in between Care and the wolf.
and there is so the child is still in what's his face?
Yes.
You do not see the spirit reemerge.
Okay.
And then you have another one closely approaching.
And you turn and you see the small, young, brown-haired, messy-haired boy with blue eyes catching up, seemingly a bit distraught at the
Wait,
disappearance
he
of
has
his
blue
friends.
eyes? Didn't all the other ones have pink eyes?
They had different color eyes.
Oh, been hearing nothing but a lot of pink, so I was like, maybe that kid's okay, don't kill him.
I will go up to the child and I'll yell.
You shall not pass.
What are you yelling?
Go home. Why is it so important that COIL stay with you? I don't know if that's too much.
Make an intimidation check.
Hey, you should bring Bucket out to defend you.
I was saying for the sake of it, Bucket's pretty small. You're probably you probably had him near you.
It's a 9. Plus, it's not gonna be that.
But actually, you guys ran up ahead of him, so he's way behind.
I use my strength for my intimidation, right?
I allow you to do that because barbarians normally have low charisma.
Okay.
But you can replace your intimidation with your strength.
Okay, so it's only a 16.
Okay. He rolled a 3. So as you yell in his face, you see that he shrinks down immediately, and he just begins kind of crawling away.
The
His
one kid that had
entire
sense.
skin turns from a healthy to a pale, and he just begins walking away, his hand up above him, almost like he's expecting a hit.
Sweet.
The only kid that had common sense.
And that was my action, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay, and then I will take. How much movement did I take? Wasn't it like
About 15. 15 to run backwards at him.
Okay, so I will take the rest of my movement to check on that one.
Okay. 10, 15.
That's it?
Yeah. Okay. He's out. You see, it is now Nala's turn. Going to exit Brock. Charisma saving throw, Care.
Oh, that's delightful.
Are you going to use your... Oh, well, you already rolled.
Yeah, that's 8.
8.
Yeah. That's a 5 and a 3 I rolled.
Nala slips into now the body of the old Yuan-Ti man, and he stumbles and stands straight. Brock, you shake too, seeing a large goat in front of you, along with now Care, who's holding onto his head. Okay. Top of the round, Kelsion.
I'm back again.
Can you move me towards? So I saw the spirit enter.
Yes, your passive perception is high enough, and there's no real stealth aspect to this.
So I'm gonna move up to Care. 30 feet.
That's 15.
Yep.
That's 20.
20. You're right up against him.
Okay.
You run up just at an angle. What you doing?
25 for the flank.
Okay.
And attack him with Autumn's Fallacy.
Okay.
I'm so sorry ahead of time.
I'm going unconscious.
You need advantage against the wizard.
I'm guaranteed the hit.
Of course.
Is it more than 11? You don't have to think of this
Yeah.
long.
20 something.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, you hit, buddy.
Just had to be sure. You're a wizard. Eventually you'll have some sort of magical BS to get by that.
Eventually. 10 more levels if I live in that one.
Yeah. Menagerie beats up Care more at 11. It's just going to become nothing
This
new.
is just more of what happened last week!
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's like no new news. Every other session is just going to be someone in the menagerie having to beat up Care.
Sorry, 14 damage.
I'm
Okay.
unconscious.
And the spirit, but Care falls unconscious.
Okay, that rolled over too much.
Yeah, it only had 4 hit points left.
Well, I guess
You would have
since
had to take 10 points of damage, and that would have still knocked you out.
I guess since I'm here anyways.
Bonus action. Cure
Bonus
wounds.
action, cure wounds.
What do you come back to?
8.
Okay. Care, you. As you see the bloody knife that Kelsion's holding in his hand while pressing against your chest.
This day has been delightful.
Okay. No one is immediately charging at you.
It's a very crude exorcism, but it works.
Are there any visible children? Aside from
Not leaving the house.
Okay. I'm going to give them cover with my crossbow.
I'm gonna transfer back and pull a
wave
spear out of
them
my
all
side.
towards the door.
As Barack pulls a spear out of his side, everyone begins moving, walking, running. No new movement as Cameron
Oh,
runs
dude,
into
I'm
the
gone.
house.
I'm out of there.
And no one seems to want to come out and face off.
Come out.
Barack, as you're going, just I will do it.
I was like, what?
They're
Another
low.
one's gonna come out?
Yeah, moon, 6.
It's gonna look at everybody else, and we're not gonna fight you. We're gonna go.
Before we go through
He's
this
gonna
door,
hit
15 points of healing.
10 minutes.
Stick.
Actually, how many people are injured?
Me.
I'm not. No.
Oh, you. No, you are. I am. Nope.
Coil, how injured are you?
I have a
sorry.
A little bit more than half HP.
Okay.
7 out of that's 4.
Just wait. Means we have to get section.
Oh, 7 out of 15.
So you stand right now at the foot of this large circular door that seems to form out of the bubble cube wall.
Let's get the hell out of here, and I just go.
As a group, I don't like the name of this next area.
As you sit there, the wall, the cube, somewhat just moves and floats by itself. You look back and to the house, the back door is still unstable. Seemingly no one moving.
We want to go.
Yeah.
That worked last time.
Well, supposedly this is 2 ways.
Supposedly.
Well, I guess let's go. I won't know how to react until we get through there.
We all hold hands.
Link arms.
Just walk through.
Worked last time.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go first. Enter through.
Okay. You step into the light. Once again, the warm embrace touching you. The same cold, dark, rushing wind hitting against your skin. And the nothingness. Before your feet land on solid ground. That's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh boy.
All right.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us. And unless anyone wants to say anything.
We hope to have you listen next time for the
Yeah.
continued adventures of We Didn't Kill Children.
They were only ghosts.
They were ghosts.
The continued adventures of me? War crimes? Nah.
See you then. Goodbye.
War crimes.
The Ghostbusters.
I feel like
We're
we
back
all-